It's recess time.
And we're taking you with us on this 7-night Western Caribbean cruise aboard Harmony of the Seas.
We're on a cruise. You gotta eat, right? It's just nonstop eating.
We also put the unlimited dining package to the test to see if it's worth it, which includes Johnny's Rocket.
Johnny Rockets. How many times do we have to have this convo?
This is the full 7-night Western Caribbean cruise.
Oh! Wow. This is crazy.
Don't forget to subscribe and join our YouTube membership for extra content.
I don't remember. Whatever, I'm on a cruise.
Sit back, relax, and get ready to experience 7 nights aboard Harmony of the Seas.
No, this is fine. This is great.
You know what time it is. It's recess time.
Wow, this terminal is so impressive. This reminds me of the Royal Caribbean terminal we were in Miami when we sailed on Icon of the Seas. This is a really nice upgrade to Galveston. This is really cool.
All right, so Chris and I actually got upgraded through the Royal Up program, so we actually won, which was so weird because we forgot all about it. And then 2 days before our cruise, we got the email saying that we won our bid and we're going to be in a junior suite. Well, don't worry, we're going to show you all about that once we get on board. This is the first time we've sailed Royal out of Galveston. This is a big deal for us. It's a first. They're making an announcement right now, but I just got to say, this terminal is so beautiful. It's large. It's so well organized. Like, I'm impressed.
All right, sounds like they're starting the boarding process. They're starting with Key and obviously Diamond Plus and all of the elite members. That's not us, not yet. But we're gonna wait our turn, and then we're getting on Harmony of the Seas. We love the Oasis class ships on Royal Caribbean. We've never been on this one, so we're very, very excited to check it out, see what's new, see what's the same, just explore the ship, and maybe grab something to eat because I'm kind of hungry, but I guess we'll have to sit patiently until our group is called, which is going to be hard, but we got to be good cruisers and do it.
Yo, I'm really impressed. Again, we're going to say this a lot. Hopefully it doesn't get annoying, but it's the first time we're sailing Royal Caribbean out of Texas. It's really well organized. Like, they put you in these corrals by color, and then based off of your status, they'll go through and let you in. So starting with like Diamond Plus, 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 and Emerald, and all the different levels that they have. Now, Chris and I are just gold. We have to wait. They're making their way around the rainbow. We're in the pink section, so we should be going probably in about like 5 to 10 minutes or so, which is fine. But I really like this. It's very organized.
Let's get on the ship. All right, we made it on board Harmony of the Seas, right in front of the Rising Tides bar. We're in the Royal Promenade. This reminds me so much of Utopia. I guess because it's the same class of ship. So luckily, I think we're gonna know our way around. We gotta go up to Jamie's Italian in Central Park to make a reservation though, so that's priority one.
One nice thing, having already sailed on an Oasis class, being, Utopia of the Seas, is that finally, this is our 4th, Royal cruise. We're feeling much more confident on Embarkation Day.
Okay, we got on board, booked it straight to Jamie's Italian right behind me on deck 8 in Central Park. And can I just say how much I missed Central Park? This is probably my favorite neighborhood on the entire Oasis class ships. It's just such a vibe in here. Love it. But we made it to Jamie's Italian. We actually have the ultimate dining package for this cruise. So we were able to make all of our specialty dining reservations here at Jamie's Italian. You can actually do that at any of the specialty restaurants, but we wanted to come to Jamie's specifically because we have a really big party for a birthday that we wanted to make sure we got seats for. Mission success. We were able to do it. Shout out to Eula who helped us out here. She was amazing. The service has been awesome so far. But that was so easy. It took like 15 minutes. We got all our reservations for the rest of the cruise. And now we can kind of just relax. So I think we might want to go find something to eat. What do you think of that?
Yes, definitely shout out to Eula. She was fantastic. And I agree, Chris, I am hungry. We're going to go try to find something to eat. We haven't done our muster drill either, so we're going to have to go take care of that. Luckily, that's really simple. You just watch the little video and then go check in. So we got to do that.
All right, Abed, make sure to savor this. This is probably the only time we're going to be able to grab elevators just for us when there's not that many people aboard the ship. Savor it. We got an elevator all to ourselves. Okay, so we made our way down to the boardwalk on deck 6. This is our first time on Harmony of the Seas, so we figured we'd do another Royal Caribbean first for random recess. That's eat at the doghouse. We've gone to Icon of the Seas and Utopia. We've never eaten the hot dogs here, so we decided, why not? Let's skip the madness at the Windjammer and just grab a hot dog really quick. We're just looking for something fast, and easy so we can keep exploring the ship. We have lots to do, so let's grab a hot dog.
All right, decided to go real simple. I just got mustard on my dog, and I got the classic dog. Take a look at that, huh? Doesn't that look good? Honestly, this is really good. It reminds me of a Costco hot dog. It's got a decent snap to it, so when you bite, the texture is what you would expect a hot dog to be. The flavor is salty, but not like super salty. This is really good. I wonder if they're using like Costco brand hot dogs. Probably not. You've had one hot dog, you've had them all, but this is a good quality hot dog. Can't believe I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give this hot dog a 5 out of 5. This is good.
The Ben went classic hot dog. I went Sicilian pork sausage, and I didn't get any mayo, mustard, or ketchup because, I know, blasphemy, I'm not a sauce person. And if you know me, you know that like hot dogs I'll eat plain, and sometimes I'll eat hamburgers plain too. I know I'm a freak, but let's try this. This looks good, and it's warm, and even better, there's 0 people here. We just walked right up, so. Maybe because it's 11 in the morning and no one wants a hot dog right now, but we do. Yeah, this is really good. The bun's actually pretty soft. The sausage, you know, honestly, I was expecting maybe a little bit more Italian seasoning or flavor, like a fennel or something. That's not the case, but it's pretty decent. I think next time I might want to go for the hot dog. Ben described it as a Costco hot dog, and I am obsessed with Costco hot dogs, so maybe that next time, but I'll give this 3 out of 5. It's pretty good, but I think I want the regular hot dog next time. All right, so they have some sides here that you can get with your hot dogs. We elected to go for the potato salad because we were watching our friend's Travel Spree, and Laura swears by the potato salad. So shout out Travel Spree. We'll see how good it is, but it looks pretty decent. All right, here we go. Nice big bite. That's honestly fire. That is so good. Big chunks of potato. It's not too creamy, but it's just the right amount. There's actually like the crunch from the onions in there. That's a decent potato salad. 4 out of 5. I bet you're gonna love this potato salad. This is excellent. And it's actually seasoned pretty well too.
Potato salad is actually so good. I was really shocked. Chris said it was like seasoned well, but it's all white. So like, I was like, where's the seasoning? Is there any pepper or anything? But honestly, it tastes really good. They may use white pepper in there, I'm not sure, but that was surprisingly good. Normally I like a little bit of pickle, some acid in my potato salad, maybe even some boiled eggs, but I didn't miss it at all. That was creamy and delightful.
All right, another important thing that we just found is the Starbucks. So we're used to the Starbucks being in the Royal Promenade, but here on Harmony, it's actually outside at the boardwalk, right across from the carousels. And the Starbucks here is its own little contained shop, which is cool. It's not just a little kiosk. So you know what, Ben and I are gonna be here every morning. Get ready. All right, we're good little cruisers, and after we ate, we decided to come down. Actually, I bet remembered. We had to do our muster drill, so we got our muster drill done. Royal Caribbean's is so easy. They just scan you in, you watch a video. Super simple. So we got that out of the way. We secured our lanyards. We have to get a lanyard on every cruise for our sail and sign card. And then I don't know what else we're gonna do. What are we gonna do, Event? We're gonna walk around and explore a little more. Behind me is possibly one of the coolest art pieces that we've seen on a Royal Caribbean ship. Royal Caribbean is known for having like really cool artsy pieces throughout their ships. On Icon, they have the Sphere. Utopia of the Seas is no exception. They have all those really cool monkey statues everywhere. Here on Harmony of the Seas, they have this giant art installation behind me called Head by artist David Cerny. And this was constructed with over 5 tons of stainless steel. It actually has independent plates that rotate intermittently that are controlled by a computer program. And, you know, from time to time, they'll align to form a face. It's actually pretty mesmerizing. I'm gonna call this thing Disco Head Ball because that's what it looks like, but it's actually called Head. It's a really cool art installation here. Check it out. You can't miss it. It's in the Royal Promenade. Okay, short of getting our rooms, I think our house cleaning is complete for the cruise so far. Because we got the drink package here on Royal Caribbean, you actually get a Coca-Cola Freestyle cup that you can use all around the ship. So I think there are Freestyle machines over at Sorrento's that we can get free refills using this cup. And funny thing is, Abed and I always get these cups and we never end up using them. Maybe we'll actually use them this time around. What do you think, Abed?
All right, I don't know about that, but I do know that I got me some buffalo juice. We're here at the pub. No one's here. Everyone's at, you know, the other bars. This one is always like empty. Well, late at night it's not. But anyway, cheers, Chris. Cheers.
That's when you know it's really started. Cheers. Oh, so smooth, so delicious. Tastes like vacation. Ooh, this is nice. Okay, we made it to our stateroom. They're ready. Stateroom 11230. This is a junior suite. We were able to royal up. We won our bid. So we'll show you all around a little bit later, but let's go inside. Unceremoniously ripping it apart. All right, we made it inside our room. The junior suite. First impressions are pretty good. Very spacious, lots of extra room. There's some cool features. But you know what? We're not gonna bore you with a room tour right now. Stay tuned for later episodes in the series. After we've lived in the room for a few days, we'll give you our thoughts. But if we give you our thoughts right now, it's kind of meaningless because we haven't spent any time in here. But first impressions are good. I like it. What do you think of it?
Honestly, this is really nice. But yeah, like Chris said, we don't want to render judgment on the Royal Up and on the Junior Suite experience quite yet. So stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed. We'll go in depth later on in the series, but for now, we are getting ready for sail away. Our friends are getting on board. We're a large group of like 19. So we're just trying to get organized. We got our shows, we got dinner reservations, all that stuff is done. Y'all know what it's like on Embarkation Day. You're just trying to get all that administrative HR stuff done. But you know what? Chris and I already had a first drink, but I'm thinking martini. I'm thinking something else because we gotta get this party started.
That's right, Abed. Also, we have to enjoy this beautiful port of Galveston. I mean, look at this crystal clear blue water. It's gorgeous, am I right?
Hey, leave us alone.
We can talk bad about it because it's our home port. It's not the prettiest water, but you know what? Once we sail out into the Gulf of America / Mexico, it'll be much bluer and much prettier, I promise.
Chris, we're not doing that. It's Gulf of Mexico. That's how we were taught in school. We're not going there.
Listen, for neutrality purposes, it's America / Mexico. So from here on out, we will refer to it as, how about we just say the Gulf? It's the Gulf.
Yeah, at the end of the day, no need to get into politics because cruising is about fun. It's about family. It's about friends. And so, yeah, let's just call it the Gulf and let's all move on. What do y'all think?
Ooh, Abed, I like your shirt. Where'd you get that?
What's this whole thing?
Turn around, spin around for the people.
Right?
Live life one recess at a time.
That's right. Live life one recess at a time. So we are selling merch. If y'all are interested, randomrecess.com. You can go to our shop or link in the description. It helps our little channel out.
Shameless plug. Sorry, guys. We had to do it.
We had to do it. But also, it's a great motto. Remember, live life one recess at a time. So Chris and I are just trying to get a base layer down because we're going to hit up some more bars. I mean, we've only had one drink. We threw our stuff in the room, decided to hit up the Windjammer. Definitely a different experience than Utopia. This is only our second Oasis class, and I think Harmony's the third Oasis class in the series, in the ship series. So anyway, we came up to the Windjammer just to see what it's all about. It's definitely different. It doesn't feel as open. I don't know if it has more seats, less seats. You'll have to go somewhere else for those kind of stats, but my initial impression is that it's just like really claustrophobic. They definitely improved it with Utopia. Probably Wonder of the Seas on up. But anyway, we just grabbed a quick bite, some chicken tendies, some rice and stuff like that. But I had to give a shout out to our friend Kidder. We got, you know it, carrot cake right here. You know, this is a bunch of firsts. First time sailing Royal out of Galveston, Texas. Here we go, another first. I've not tried the carrot cake on Royal. What do we think? Do you think it's gonna be good? Now, Kidder is like a connoisseur of carrot cake. I trust it. But let's get in that. I gotta say, you can smell the cream cheese frosting, and it came in this cute little container. So perfect portion for one person. Wow. Why is this my first time? This is really annoying. I'm upset at myself. You know, trust your friends. Sometimes they do know that. Kidder, you're right. This is really good. The cream cheese frosting is always an issue I have with any dessert that comes with cream cheese frosting because it's just too heavy. This is not. This is light. 5 out of 5.
Okay, it is hot up here. You know, if you've ever done Embarkation Day on a cruise, you know the cruise ship kind of gets hot until it gets going. Lots of body heat. Everyone's up here at the buffet. It is hot at the buffet. We're also sitting next to the window, so that's probably not helping. But we want to head down to the Royal Promenade to the Bionic Bar to cool off with a drink, so let's go.
One thing that was noticeable upon entering is just how small the washi-washi station is. And there was no one there greeting you. There was no washi-washi. I mean, people were washing their hands, but that was something that was kind of missing. I don't know if Chris and I maybe entered on the wrong side, but maybe just the more early versions of the Oasis class, the older ones just don't have that. But that's something that kind of threw us off. Again, we started with Icon and Utopia, so we don't have a lot of perspective. But I swear Navigator of the Seas had that, so kind of interesting that Harmony doesn't. All right, one great thing about sailing Royal is that here out of Texas, unlike Carnival, you could actually get to use your drink package on day one. Granted, you have paid for it, but here's something that threw us off. I really love the lime and coconut, and it is just not on the menu here. I guess they haven't fully rolled it out to all of their fleet, which is so strange because we sailed Navigator of the Seas. Granted, that went through amplification, and they had a lime and coconut, and of course, lime and coconut drink. So I guess if it's not on the ship, the drink isn't on there, but they said that it'll be here eventually at some point, but it's okay. I went ahead and got the Curacao Cosmo because, I don't know, why not? The solarium is definitely a lot different here. Chris and I are disagreeing at the moment. Like, we're having, I don't know if it's a Mandela effect or whatever, but on Utopia, I could have sworn it was completely enclosed. He's saying it wasn't, just Icon, the solarium is completely enclosed. But I don't know why I'm thinking that's not correct. I don't know, I have to go back and rewatch our video. But the solarium here is open, there is some shade, but it's just not completely enclosed. Is that just Icon class? Does that happen to you where you can't remember 100% and then your partner, husband, whoever, sees it the other way? Anyway, we're not arguing, but I really want to win, so I hope I'm right. But anyway, cool thing about this is, well, let me just take you out there. Now, I know for sure that Utopia didn't have this, so here at the solarium, there's actually these wings that you can come out, and on a sea day, this is going to be amazing. They're on both sides. This is really interesting. We don't leave for another 2 hours, but I cannot wait for sea day. Sea days are the best. I will say that's one thing that I love about smaller ships, like Navigator of the Seas. You could actually go to the helipad. On these bigger ships, even with Carnival, you just can't. Another thing, just in terms of first impressions, there's no pool in the solarium. There are hot tubs, which, I mean, if that's your thing, that's great, but no pool? Maybe if it goes through amplification, they'll put in lime and coconut, which that has to be a must. That's my favorite drink. I'll just have to find a new favorite drink here on Harmony. But, all right, let me go back up and find my friends and finish my drink. All right, friends of ours that are here on this cruise have invited us to see their cabin. We're gonna take y'all along. Apparently it's really nice, so really excited. We've seen some pictures that they showed us, but let's go see what this is about.
We had the opportunity to look at a Royal Loft Suite, which was awesome. So one of our friends, they got a Royal Loft Suite and they were so kind enough to let us go around and film a little bit inside. It's 2 stories, you guys. There's 2 levels. There's 2 full bathrooms, one on the lower floor and one on the upper floor. Floor-to-ceiling windows that cover 2 floors. It was just incredible. That was so cool. Hopefully one day we'll be able to afford that. I know it's a little pricey, but if you can splurge on a suite like that, why not? Go for it. It was super nice. Thank you again to our friends for letting us look at that and to show you what a Crown Loft Suite looks like. You know, we had to come back to our normal junior suite. I know, first world problems, wah. But anyway, we had a great time hanging out with friends. It's almost time to sail away, so I think we might go try to find a spot for sail away. What do you think, Abed? All right, everyone, we're officially underway for our 7-night cruise to Mexico and Roatan. We're so excited. Sail away on Royal Caribbean is a little bit more low-key than Carnival, but I have to say, here on Harmony of the Seas, they actually were doing a pretty good job. They had a DJ, they had some line dances going on. It was fun, and there was a lot of people participating. It was actually pretty energetic. Dare I say, almost, if not more energetic than Utopia of the Seas, which was supposed to be the world's biggest weekend, but I digress. A lot of people are having a great time here on Harmony, and like I told Abed, you know your cruise is underway once you hear the Cupid Shuffle, am I right?
Of course, we got to try out the Bionic Bar. Now, we've done this at Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas. Check out that video if you like that kind of stuff. But I hear this one is different, only because when we watched our friends Ordinary Adventures, when they went to the Bionic Bar, they were able to make their own custom drink. Now, in Vegas, you can't do that. So I'm really curious if here on Harmony of the Seas, we can make a custom drink. because I really want to make Chris something, and because he loves me, he's got to love it. All right, so you scan your card. They do an age verification where you type in the year of your birth, which, could you just make that up? I don't know. So it does turn out that you can make your own custom drink. You just hit add. Right now my glass is empty, so you just hit add. And look, we got all these things. So I think I'm going to start with spirits. Now, I'm a vodka boy. Tito's, because Tito's is good. You know what? We're not looking to mess some things up. I think we're just going to do one part. Add to card. Great. All right. So it must add. Okay, let's keep going. No? All right, it's thinking. It's thinking. I don't want just vodka. Hopefully, it's not going to just give me a vodka drink. I'm just doing classic juice and vodka. Shaken, not stirred. Add to order.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know how much this bar makes. If it's a revenue producer for the ship, I would be willing to bet no. Because, yeah, there's only like 3 or 4 iPads, and it takes a long time to like think about what you want, customize your drink. It's just a really slow process. And then the robots have to make your drink, and that's not very fast either. So it's kind of a cool novelty idea, but if you're looking for a drink quickly, this is not the place for you. This is just the place to come, do it for the novelty of it. But, you know, I don't know how often we're going to come back here. I can see why they're replacing this with the pesky parrot now. Excellent. Okay, we got it. So you have to scan your card on whatever place your drink is going to be, and then it'll push it to you. So that's how you get it. Okay, I got my drink. It did take a little bit, but we got it. And Abed, what are you going to name this drink? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I mean, it's juice and vodka. How bad can it be? Good job, Abed. I approve.
All right, fair is fair. I made Chris's drink. He made mine. This is Abed's drink. Ooh, really citrusy. He knows that I love sour. Like, that's one of the flavor profiles that I really love. Oh, that is good. And you can even add garnishes on there. I didn't notice that. Sorry, Chris. No garnishes for you, but I got a lime. Look at this. I mean, look, you're not getting, you know, Vanderpump quality cocktails here, right? It's a robot, a Kuka arm shaking stuff up, right? But the novelty of it, it's fun. People are enjoying themselves. But yeah, I agree with Chris. That took way too long. Like, I'm all about supporting humans, not machines, so they can get these out of here.
Okay, so we made it here inside Chops Grill, located inside Central Park. One of our favorite restaurants here on Royal Caribbean. It's the Steakhouse. And we decided to live it up on day one and eat at the Steakhouse to celebrate the kicking off of our Harmony of the Seas cruise. We're hungry. I cannot wait. We just put in our order and we can't wait to show you what we got. Of course, we had to start with a dirty vodka martini, so that's on the way. But we'll show you what we got when it comes out. But they brought out some fresh bread, pretzel bread, and onion bread. And look at the butter, you guys. It comes with a cute little butter cloche. How adorable is that? And it looks so good. You know we love a good bread service. So, shall we? Oh, okay. Oh, look, and it has little handles. So uncultured. That is really good. The bread is nice and soft. Crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. What a great way to start the meal.
So for those of you that haven't sailed Royal before, they offer something called the Unlimited Dining Package. The great thing about the Unlimited Dining Package is that you can eat at the specialty dining restaurants. You've already paid one flat rate, and every single night you can eat at specialty dining. It's a great way to kind of budget. You also, essentially, you're getting it at a discount. And you also get like a $20 credit at restaurants for lunch. And throughout this series, we'll let y'all know when we're getting that credit or not. And whether or not it's worth getting. Because at the end of the day, like it's definitely not cheap. But Chris and I love Royal Caribbean fine dining or their specialty dining. And so we often do get the package because we do find that it's a decent value, at least for how we use it. But the menu here at Chops Grill is your standard steakhouse fare. What's great about coming here is that you can get an appetizer, multiple appetizers, I believe, one entree, and then as many sides as you want. Chris ordered 2 sides. I could only handle 1. And I think dessert also comes a little later, but we're just really excited. We love a good steakhouse, and Chops, honestly, always hits.
Yeah, I ate a shrimp, so what? The shrimp cocktail is so good. It's a classic starter. You have to get it at a steakhouse. These shrimp are fresh. They're jumbo. Comes with some cocktail sauce. Of course, some lemon. You gotta squeeze it over. delicious. 5 out of 5. Great way to start the meal. And Abed's bacon? Oh my god, that looks awesome.
I'll say this, you have to like pepper because there are large, like coarse ground, but fairly large black peppercorns on here. So you will bite into that. And if you don't like that flavor, maybe like scrape them off. But if you do, you're gonna love this. Chris and I are from Central Texas. It's all about salt and black pepper with our barbecue. Thank you so much. And so we love black pepper. This is a 5 out of 5. It is so delicious. Now it's not smoky, it's grilled, right? It's not smoked bacon, but it cuts really tender. It is juicy. The pork is cooked perfectly. I mean, it's thick cut bacon with pepper. 5 out of 5.
You know we couldn't go on a cruise and not get martinis. We are the martini boys after all. Cheers. Perfect. 5 out of 5. Delicious. Dirty vodka martini with some olives. Amazing way to start your meal. Got some delicious appetizers, great drinks. Can't wait for these steaks to come out. I'm not gonna lie, I already tasted mine and it is phenomenal. 5 out of 5. I got the filet mignon, medium rare, with some green peppercorn sauce, like spicy green peppercorn sauce. I'm also excited about these sides we got. We got Gruyere tater tots, which are like giant tater tots. Those are big, giant fried potatoes. We got Yukon Gold mash, and of course we got bacon mac and cheese. So we're in heaven, you guys. This is amazing. What a great meal at Chops. All right, we've tried all 3 sides. We have a definitive ranking. In last place, the mac and cheese. Even though it has bacon on it, mac and cheese is just okay. It's a little dry and bland, to be honest. I give that a 2 out of 5. Maybe a little harsh, but I expect a lot from the steakhouse mac and cheese. Coming in second, the Yukon Gold mash. Give those a 3 out of 5. They're just average. They're pretty good. Nothing too special. I think they need more cream and butter, maybe some salt. But not a bad mashed potato. Last but certainly not least, actually at the top, the Gruyere tater tots. These are a masterpiece. These blow every other side out of the water. This is basically just a fried croquette with Gruyere, melted Gruyere inside. It's fluffy, it's like mashed potatoes inside, crispy outside, cheesy, salty, starchy. It's so good. This is one of my favorite sides I think I've ever had. I'm not even exaggerating. It's amazing. Ahmed and I both took a bite and we're like, we're gonna devour these. Best side. Honestly, the crust is the best part of that. Crumbly graham cracker crust with the little crystals of sugar. I honestly like my key lime to be a little bit more tart, but this is good. It's almost a little too sweet for me, so I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. But it's a solid key lime pie. I'm actually shocked. This is really good.
Alright, y'all. So one thing y'all may not know about me is that I'm obsessed with Matilda's chocolate cake. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know. I'm obsessed with it. So when I saw warm chocolate cake, that's what I thought. I don't know why. But it's essentially the gooey melting cake. Even though this one really is just like a warm chocolate cake. There's really no gooeying or lava in it, but it didn't say that on the menu, so we're not going to count that against it. I love a good piece of cake. Warm cake is phenomenal. The cocoa in here, it's a little bitter, but in a good way. That's real chocolate. That's good. I can't give it a 5 out of 5 because, it's not like the best, but this is up there. This is better than the molten lava cake they serve in Izumi. I don't think I've had a good one. Maybe on Utopia. Yeah, this is more about speed. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. This is good.
All right, like we said before, we got the ultimate dining package, which allows you to reserve specialty dining for lunch and dinner every day of the cruise. So we had to take advantage. We got Chops tonight. And if you've never done it before, we'll take you through this whole cruise and let you know like if we think it's worth it or not. But it's really interesting because when they drop off your check, you can see everything is zeroed out because you paid for the ultimate dining package. So instead of paying like the cover charge or whatever the normal fee for Chops is when you come here, you already paid that because you bought the package. It's kind of like the ultimate drinks package, right? When you get the drinks package, you don't have to pay for the drinks when you get them. Same thing with the dining package, just for restaurants. So obviously we did leave an additional tip on top of what was included with the price of the package. Always make sure to take care of your servers, you guys. They are busting their butts, and our server Joe absolutely killed it. 10 out of 10 service, so we're gonna leave him a little something extra, as you always should. But just wanted to kind of highlight how it works on Royal Caribbean with the ultimate dining package. If you're ever thinking about getting it, it's not cheap, So we're gonna do our best to take advantage and really get our money's worth here. We literally have specialty dining reservations for dinner every single night of the cruise, and we're gonna definitely go to lunch at some of the specialty dining restaurants too. So we'll see if we can get our money's worth, but so far so good. Chops, A+ experience. All right, we're done dining at Chops Grill. Such a good dinner, and out of the 4 Chops Grills we've eaten at on Icon of the Seas, Utopia of the Seas, Navigator of the Seas, and now Harmony of the Seas, I have to say this was my favorite one. From the service to the food, everything was just really, really, really good. And I don't know, I think this really set the bar for me as far as Chops Grills are concerned. This one was just a tier above all the rest that we've eaten at.
Yeah, I was telling Chris at dinner, I don't know what it is, but this, I don't know if we're just like cruise experts now or whatever. We've been on so many, like over 20 cruises, but this has been, I think, the most stress-free, like less hectic embarkation day I've ever had. I don't know if it's because we're just used to Royal now, or it was just being in a new, terminal and everything was just really well organized, but kudos to the staff out of Galveston. Royal Caribbean, y'all are doing it right. It was just seamless. To be honest, Jubilee was too. It wasn't bad by any means, but there's something about sailing out of Texas. The vibes are different. No offense to Florida. We love sailing out of Florida. We've sailed out of Miami and Canaveral, and those are different experiences. I don't know, maybe it's because we're in Texas, we're Texas boys, but this has been a wonderful cruise so far, but we're not done. We're gonna hang out with some friends. We'll take y'all along with us, but man, I'm feeling great.
And y'all, one thing we're going to try to do by the end of the series is we're going to calculate everything that we spent in terms of like the actual cost if you were to do it a la carte for each of these specialty dining restaurants versus what we paid in terms of the dining package. So stay tuned. This is a long series. We're here for 7 nights, but we just want to make sure that, we really see, is it worth it?
All right, we were walking down the hallway back to the room to change from dinner, and we ran into our room steward, Joaquim. He was super nice. He gave us all of the details about turn down service and when he's going to be cleaning our room, as they do. And yeah, he was just really pleasant. It's always great to meet your room steward because they are really the ones who are going to help you out through the duration of your cruise. Make friends with them and treat them well. Take care of them. We're going to take care of Joaquim because we know that he's going to take care of us. And like Abed said about sailing out of Texas, I don't know, the people are just nicer here. Not to say the people are mean in Florida, but people are just nicer in Texas. You gotta come to Texas and sail out of Galveston to see what we mean. But I don't know, it just feels like everybody is just in an awesome mood, and the service has been awesome. Really, really good. We've actually sailed out of Florida before and not met our room steward till like the second day of the cruise. And that may have just been an anomaly, but never out of Texas. It's always like right when you get on the cruise, you meet them. And whether it's Carnival or Royal Caribbean now, it's been consistent. So, maybe we're biased because we're Texans. I don't know. That's probably it. But all of our experiences have been great out of Texas.
It is eerily quiet. It's kind of creepy right now. Like, I don't know if you can hear that. There's like a few waves, not very tall. I don't know why I'm whispering, but like out there, the fog is still out there. The past couple days out of Galveston have been like really foggy, and when we've left out of Galveston before, like we've experienced this, but now that we're in the Gulf, like I thought it would break up, but it hasn't. There's something so calming and tranquil about this moment. Like, this is why we love to cruise.
That's a random piece of art right there. Look, there's a head upstairs. There's a bunch of feet downstairs.
So we decided we needed a drink, so we bopped on over to Boot and Bonnet. I guess this was called something else on Utopia, but it's the pub, the thing that no one ever goes to. I would say Schooner Bar is the one that really I've never seen busy, unless there's like trivia or something, but fun story. I ordered a drink. We'll put it all on the screen, but the bartender is either new or was shocked that someone actually ordered it. So I'm really hoping it's good. Alright, so I ordered the pirate and a coconut tree, and what's so interesting about this is that Not that it's ice, but those coconut shavings on top, like shaved coconut. And I love coconut. Comment down below, are you a coconut head like me? I love coconut so much. If a vet says coconut one more time, that's what Chris is thinking right now. Too bad, Chris. Coconut, coconut, coconut. Oh, it smells good. But again, the waiter was like shocked or like didn't know what it was or just shocked that someone would order it. Let's find out. Is this good or was this a mistake? I don't know what that drink is. I don't know how I feel about that. That is, the rating is NA. I don't know. It's not available. Okay, I'm gonna take a fourth sip. I don't know how many sips. Those of you coming on Harmony, I want to be fair. Like, if you're watching this and you're like, I may be interested in that. I like coconut. Yeah, it's a no. It's a no. It's weird. The coconut shreds, I'm all for a fun garnish. This is not it. But it's also kind of good. I don't know. This is a don't order. But if you like coconut, maybe. If you have the drink package, maybe try it for yourself. Comment down below if you try it and you like it. Tag us on Instagram because I'm really curious. Has anyone tried the pirate in a coconut tree? I know this particular review has been all over the place, but this is not good, but also amazing.
All right, Abed's rambling review has me intrigued. Is it good? Is it bad? What's going on? It smells like suntan lotion. That's the coconut. No.
No?
Maybe? It's both sweet and savory at the same time. It gets better the more you drink it. But it's not good. But it's not bad. Alright, Abed's review kind of made sense. This is the weirdest drink I've ever had. Maybe don't order it, or do order it. It's up to you. I ordered the Buffalo Manhattan. It's a much more classic drink. Just sweet vermouth, Buffalo Trace bourbon, bitters, and it's got a little cherry on top. It's really good. I already drank some of it, but I'm another sip for science. That's delicious. Buffalo juice, you can never go wrong with buffalo juice. Okay, the outside is packed. The outside part in the promenade is like full. And then the inside, there's nobody in here. Is this the secret spot? This might be where I drink the whole cruise because there's nobody in here.
Oh my gosh, y'all. We're having so much fun. These ships are massive. There's just so much going on. We left Boots and Cats? I can't remember what it's called, but Boots and Barn? Boots. Look, I've had the appropriate amount to drink. Do not judge me. But anyway, I don't remember. Whatever, I'm on a cruise. What, am I supposed to remember things? Anyway, I'm heading back down to the casino. We finished at Boots and Barnes and Noble. We had a great time at the pub. Now we're in the casino. I can't take you with us, but we will fill you in. Chris is playing blackjack. 21. He's gonna win a fortune. Hopefully not lose everything. And we are heading down. All right, see you later. All right, Casino Royale's right behind me. I cannot take you in there because if I do, I will get in trouble. I cannot, so we will not. All right, I'm gonna turn you off. We'll catch up in a bit. We're gonna go do the balloon drop, so we'll see you guys in a minute. Y'all, I swear, this is more of a party ship than Utopia. I mean, the things going on Harmony of the Seas right now is crazy. Like, there's way more activity, way more going on. Like, I don't know if it's because I was just on the inaugural, but this is way more of a party. All I'm saying is maybe they need to move Utopia to Texas because I guess we know how to party. Maybe we just need to go back on Utopia, but Utopia was kind of a dud, to be honest. This, wow, like there's way more activity, way more going on. Those of you that have been on Utopia recently, like, is it more of a party or not? Because this is a party.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to celebrate the new occasion, and we're going to count down from 10. Everybody, as loud as you can. Let's start. 10.
All right, that officially kicks off our Harmony of the Seas cruise. We're gonna be here for 7 nights.
Thank you so much to our friend Trevor for getting us these magnets. He knows we're the Martini Boys, and are these the most appropriate magnets for our door you've ever seen? We're just gonna have to get like all sorts of martini paraphernalia.
Yeah, that's one thing that Chris and I don't do. We've never really participated in the door decorating, the magnets. That's something that we'd like to do, and maybe on the future cruises we will.
Of course, we have our handy dandy map right there.
It's the map.
It's the map.
We're going to what floor? Oh, we should go down.
It's officially Monday.
Monday fun day. We're on our way down to the boardwalk to grab some coffee. That's how you start the day.
One thing that's kind of cool about the elevators here is that on the decks, on the floors that have like the boardwalk or promenade, they have a symbol next to that floor, that button. So obviously the carousel for the boardwalk, they have the car, which is located in the promenade, just so that you'll know, hey, that's where you can find where you're going.
All right, Chris, cheers. Our first coffee cheers at the cruise. We had to grab Starbucks. Cheers, man.
Oh, that's good.
What a way to start the morning. The only way to start the morning is with coffee.
How come I'm drinking the one that says Chris?
And I'm drinking a bed. Okay, so Abed and I, we're gonna grab breakfast this morning, but we woke up a little too late. Not that it's late, but we do have an early morning appointment this morning to do a cupcake decorating class. So we didn't have enough time to grab a bite to eat before that class. So looks like we're having cupcakes for breakfast, y'all. And we have 6 more days to grab breakfast somewhere else. So we're not big breakfast boys anyway. If you know our channel, you know that about us. This is enough breakfast. This is all the breakfast we need, right? All right, Abed, as we sit here in the Royal Promenade, waiting for our cupcake class, what did you think about cruise day 1?
Man, yesterday was great. Embarkation day can be really hectic, but honestly, I think I said it in the first episode that it was honestly one of the smoothest, embarkation days that we've had. And no, it was great hanging out with friends, catching up with people we haven't seen in so long, trying some new drinks, familiar places, it was just a great day, great introduction to Harmony of the Seas. Even though we've done Oasis class before with Utopia, you still want to get acclimated to the ship, so we're just still getting used to, our sea legs and, where we're at. But, no, I would say it was a very successful day 1. Dinner was great. But, yeah, I guess in terms of our previously on Random Recess Harmony of the Seas, I would say, yeah, it was a great, great day.
I think it was really obvious to Abed and I, too, once we got on the ship, like how much we needed a vacation, as weird as that sounds. I know Abed's been going through a lot with being unemployed. He finally found a job. He hasn't started yet. So this is kind of our last hurrah before he starts his new job. And, while we are vlogging, we are also taking time to hang out with friends and do stuff off the vlog, which has been really nice. And it feels like a vacation, if that makes sense. I know we've done Las Vegas and we've done other trips, but sometimes when you are content creating, when you go on a trip, it doesn't really feel like a vacation. It feels like you're working. And this feels like a good mixture. So we are vlogging, but we're also getting to spend quality time with our friends, which has been awesome. We haven't gotten to see them for a while. So yeah, it feels like we're on vacation now, and we're having a blast so far.
You know what? God bless to those that are working out. They're doing some sort of workout class out here in the promenade. Look, it is too early. Chris and I are going to go stuff our face with cupcakes. It's too early to exercise, but way to go, y'all. Kudos to you that participated in that or went to the apps class at 7 a.m. It's just not for me.
All right, we're here for our cupcake decorating class, and it's held at Wonderland Restaurant on Deck 12 aft. We've never been inside a Wonderland before. We've seen lots of videos and vlogs about it. We're excited. We're eating here for dinner on night 5, so make sure that you're subscribed so you can see all of that action. But it's really cool that they're holding the cupcake decorating class here. I guess that makes sense. They're gonna have all the tools and ingredients for you at Wonderland. So let's get in there and see what this class is all about.
Wonderland is so interesting because, again, we've only done Utopia. So on Utopia, it's Giovanni's, but the space, it's kind of cool. I think I like it more as Wonderland. I mean, I don't know yet because we haven't done Wonderland, but just in terms of like the decor, the LED lights. Now tonight, I'm curious to see like if the lights change and things like that, but This is really neat. So we just got sat now for the cupcake decorating class. Now we had to wash our hands. Everyone's washing their hands, which is pretty standard if you've ever done any of these sort of culinary classes. Like I said, we've done it on Carnival. It's really adorable. There are plates sitting at the table, and they have everything that you need right in front of you. They've got icing, they've got powdered sugar, a little bit of water. So I'm assuming we're gonna make our own little icing as well. And then they also have like chocolate chips and marshmallows, and the cupcake itself is already on the plate. And you can smell the cupcake. Like, this is freshly baked. The vanilla is coming out. Y'all, I have sweet teeth. I'm so happy right now.
Cut to Abed just eating all of the toppings before the decorating even begins. I know you want to, Abed. Restraint, okay? We have to wait for the decorations.
I'm someone that struggles to follow a recipe, so I'm gonna really do my best to follow the instructions, and we'll see whose cupcake is the best. And y'all will comment down below which cupcake. Was it Abed's or was it Chris's that reigned supreme? I wasn't expecting the fondant, so there's
So much fondant.
I really thought they were marshmallows, but it's fondant, so I've never worked with fondant before. This is a first.
If you're a little stressed, you need to release some pent-up anger, take the cupcake decorating class. It's a little counterintuitive, but you have to smash and squeeze all this fondant. It's been a little bit of a hand workout, to be honest with you. Did you eat all of your fondant?
Yeah.
Let's turn our 2 baby meatballs into 2 baby snakes.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I thought this class was gonna be like piping icing onto a meatball, onto a cupcake.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. This is cool. All right, this was adorable and was so much fun. My mouth on the frog looks horrible. Looks like a Kylie Jenner lip filler kit, but that's fine. But that's such a cute frog. This was a great idea, and way more than just piping icing onto a cupcake.
All right, comment down below. Mine or Chris? This is mine. Then I'll show Chris's as well. Comment down below. They're both cute. To be honest, Chris did a much better job with his lily pad, and I actually like his feet. I like my lips though. I like my lips. But anyway, the taste test is coming up. I think I'm gonna remove and just eat the cupcake because that's a lot of sugar. But that's okay. Is this sad? This is
a little sad.
Well, but I want to eat it. So we still have him. He's right there. Look at him. Okay. The true test. Is this a 5 out of 5 cupcake? I'll say this. It's a dense cupcake. It's giving a little more like pound cake vibes, but I'm not hating that because it is moist. You know, pound cake is very moist. I'll give it a 5 out of 5. This is how I like my cake. Cake to icing ratio. I know we're not here critiquing the actual cake, but I mean, part of it is eating it, right? You did all this work. 5 out of 5.
And here's mine. They look very similar. They're both cute. Come on. That was adorable. It's so much fun. Gotta remove them.
Yeah.
Alright. Wow, I'm not messy at all. I see what Abed's saying. That is like a pound cake, but I'm not mad at it either. It's actually really good. And it's not too sweet. The icing isn't even that sweet. So, not like overwhelmed with sugar. Maybe that's because we didn't eat the fondant. That's pure sugar, but cupcake, very good. Yeah, this was an awesome experience. And I would definitely do it again. This was fun. All right, y'all, it's official. We're certified cupcake decorators. You get a cool certificate of completion. This was so much fun. Like I said, highly recommend the cupcake decorating class. It was a lot more than just piping on icing. You got to deal with fondant. We made this cute little frog. It was so much fun. Easy to follow instructions. So even if you have young kids, they can have fun too doing it. So yeah, definitely recommend this. This was cool.
All right, we made it back down to the promenade because the parade is about to happen. I think it's called Celebrate. I can't remember, but essentially it's a celebration of all of the holidays, like birthdays, New Year's Eve, Christmas, New Year's, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's really fun. These parades are great. We loved the ones on Utopia and Icon. And we hope that this one lives up to the hype. This is where they bring all the performers from all the different other shows and they do the little parade. So excited to see it. So the parade was really fun. Let's Celebrate is a celebration of all the different holidays. And they have pool floats. All of the performers from all of the shows participate. So you have like the skaters from Studio B. You have the performers from Greece. You have the performers from the Fine Line Aqua Show. And they're all dressed up as different holidays. You have birthdays. You had New Year's, St. Patrick's Day, and so many others. It was really fun. I'd say that they've refined the parade experience.
The only thing I'll say is that it's the one that made the most sense. A lot of these parades and some of the shows don't always make sense, but I mean, it's celebration of like New Year's and birthdays and like, you know, a bunch of holidays. Not saying that Utopia didn't with the superhero theme, but this one was just fun. Very cut and dry, black and white, celebration, have a good time, but really fun. It's cool that they do this on Oasis and Icon class ships. I'm really hoping when Carnival builds their Oasis size ships that they can incorporate something like this. Because when it comes to entertainment, I mean, I don't know. Royal just does it so well. All right, Chris and I desperately need food, so we're gonna go up to Sabor. We're not sure, we couldn't reserve it. I think for lunch you can just walk up, but we're gonna go try it for lunch because all we've had is Starbucks and that cupcake, which were both delicious, but I need food. I need something to eat. On Embarkation Day in episode 1, we ate at Dog House. That's gonna definitely be a redo. Not sure when I'm gonna eat Dog House again, but
Yeah, it was actually surprisingly good. And we're definitely gonna have to get another hot dog from the Dog House. That's how you pronounce it, by the way.
yeah, we learned that, you know, the first day we called it Dog House. Like a bunch of noobs. It's Dog.
Okay, so we got seated here at Sabor. And you know we had to get a margarita, a handcrafted margarita. I got the jalapeno cucumber one. And let's see how she tastes. That's actually really, really good. Oh my god. 4 out of 5 for this for sure. This was really good. Good jalapeno flavor, not too spicy. And it's refreshing. The cucumber is really refreshing.
So I just got a regular house margarita. Just because, you know, I do like jalapeno infused stuff, but it's just too spicy for my palate. Wow, that is good. I'm a little thirsty, and I probably should eat food before, like, drinking, just because all I've had is a cupcake, but honestly, this is one of the best I've had on board.
To start out with, they brought us out fresh guacamole and salsa. It looks like a pico with some fresh chips. You know we're lovers of guacamole, so let's give it a taste. It's nice and creamy. Oh, that's really good. A little bit salty, which is nice. 4 out of 5. The only thing it's missing is maybe some lime juice. That's a decent guacamole.
Yeah, that's right, 5 out of 5. Squeeze a little lime, add some salt. We're fixing it. Yeah, look, we're Texas boys. We know our guac.
All right, our appetizers came, and I got the spicy calamari. And they're all rings, freshly fried. I can tell these are going to be crispy. Let's dunk it in the sauce and see how it tastes. Perfectly fried. That spicy tomato sauce is delicious. The calamari is a little bit chewy, but you know, I'm not mad at it because the flavor is delicious. Give this a 4 out of 5. This is really good. Like I said, the calamari is just a little bit chewy, but...
Alright, so I also got the queso fundido. Look at this. Alright, so it comes with tortillas. Put some cheese. That's too much. So I'll say, like, the cheese didn't, like, it was really hard to kind of separate, but that's okay. Give it a shot. That's really flavorful. I wish it was a little more melty, but we were filming, so I'm not going to knock anything against that. Honestly, 4 out of 5. This is good. Cheese is perfectly salty. The chorizo, the meat that's in here, isn't too overpowering.
All right, Ben made me a little taco. Let's try it. It's got a little spice from the chorizo. The cheese is really good, nice and salty. That's delicious. I would agree with the Ben. 4 out of 5. That's really nice.
I'm getting really excited. We kind of ordered a lot of food, like tacos and large plates and stuff. Again, we'll show you everything, but first impressions are solid for Sabor.
You know, I was just telling the Ben how weird it is that I keep having to remind myself, we sailed out of Galveston because we've only sailed on these ships out of Florida, and I was just thinking like, oh, it's so nice to be on a cruise and blah, blah, blah. Oh, wait. We sailed out of Texas. I don't know why we haven't sailed on this ship before, but that's going to change because now we have an Oasis class, and rumor has it maybe even an Icon class coming soon to Galveston. Who knows? But yeah, this is awesome. We get to experience this in our home port.
Shameless plug, y'all. I am a travel advisor, so I can help you book your next cruise. Just go to randomreasons.com/book. Link in the description, and I can help you.
Round 2 of our lunch came out, and I got the Juarez quesadilla, and it's got a whole bunch of stuff in it. Cheese, mushrooms, meat. Ooh, look at that. All right. A+ cheese pull, that's good. And it is hot, you guys. Okay, that quesadilla is delicious. The cheese is super melty. Burning my fingers off, but that's getting a 5 out of 5. That's a perfect quesadilla. It's so good. Cheese is super melty. It's not super overloaded with ingredients, just the right amount. Really, really good flavor. Honestly, one of the better quesadillas I've had in a while.
All right, so I got the fish tacos. They came out piping hot, and I can tell they're still crunchy. Like as I was making my taco, like you can feel the crunch. Honestly, I was a little concerned because when they came out, like you just don't know what to expect with fried fish. Is it going to be soggy? Is it going to be good? But wow, I can't believe I'm doing this. 5 out of 5 for the fish tacos. Like, they're crunchy. The fish is cooked perfectly. The tortilla is great. The salsa here, the crema, is so good. I added some of the guac too because we still had some. This is so good. Squeeze of the lime. It's fresh. And it's healthy because it's fish.
All right, for our mains, which, yeah, we got 2 mains. I got the jalapeno grilled shrimp. These are pretty good sized shrimps. Look at these. Looks like they got the tail on them still. Yep, tail on shrimp. Comes with a little sliver of pepper. Let's see if they're spicy or not. Really well cooked, not overcooked at all. I'd probably put it at like a 2 out of 5 on the spiciness level. I would give this dish a 4 out of 5. If you really like shrimp, this isn't a bad option. It's a little bit sweet, a little bit spicy.
Ooh, and I got the spicy chicken flautas. Like Chris said, we ordered way too much food, but it just looked so good. I had to order. Ooh. Wow. Oh, it said spicy. I'm gonna regret that. It is so good. Now, I love spicy food. That heat is immediate and it builds. So if you are spice averse, probably don't order this. They're not as crunchy as like traditional taquitos should be. Like these are gonna get a 4 out of 5. You can eat it with a fork and knife is what I mean. Like, but there's so much filling, that's why.
So we had seen in the app that Sabor for dinner was $40 for a cover charge, but it didn't list the price for lunch. So we were kind of curious. We have the ultimate dining package, so it zeroes it out anyway. But it turns out that it's the same price for lunch as it is for dinner. It's the same menu. So because we have the ultimate dining package, I think we got a steal for lunch. We got like an $80 value for lunch for one of our meals. And we get to use it again for dinner tonight. So we're just racking up the value, eating at specialty restaurants for every single meal. I think that's how we have to do it, but we'll see what the value lines up to be at the end of the cruise. So you're not going to want to miss that. But lunch at Sabor today was covered by the dining plan.
All right, we had a big lunch, and obviously this morning with the coffee and the cupcakes, we need to work some of this off. So we're gonna be good boys, and we're gonna go to the gym. Just kidding. I've never been to a cruise gym in my life.
Whew, that scared me for a second.
Our chariot has arrived, but we are going to the walk track.
You scared me there for a second when you said we're going to the gym. Because Chris don't play that. Chris don't play that.
Just like that, we are on the walking track. Now, if y'all have been keeping track, on Icon, Chris made me do a half marathon on the walking track, and then on
make you do
he
it.
did. You did. It's on the record. People can go watch it.
You could go watch it too.
Yeah, and I'd be right.
I'm gonna pull up the tape. We're gonna insert the clip
whatever.
of you actually walking.
No.
13 miles.
Then on Utopia, he did the same thing. He was like, "We got to do it. We got to walk up all those drinks, at the tiki bar and everything." But that's okay. To be honest, like I said, this morning has been
Now it's you're the one making me walk this time.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. It's a sea day. We have 2 of them back to back, which honestly is my favorite. I do prefer my sea days, and I also prefer ending like the last day with a sea day. Sometimes when we cruise out of Florida, the last day is usually like at Coco Cay or Castaway or wherever. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I need to ease my way back to land. Like, I need a full sea day, kind of get everything I want done, and then...
It's like your last hurrah on the ship, It's your last hurrah, your last full day, you get to do whatever you want. But you know what? We're not worrying about that right now because we still have so much more on this cruise. So along the walking track, there's these little cutouts where you can come sit and relax. Generally pretty empty. They have lounge chairs. You can come enjoy the ocean, the breeze, and like I said, this is kind of a hidden gem on the Oasis class ships, the walking track. Check it out. All right, so we're walking past the lifeboats, and you can actually see inside one of these, which is really cool. Normally they have like the covers drawn. You can actually see inside, and it's actually wild to see how many seats there are inside this lifeboat. Every single bench has different colored dots, which I assume is where you're supposed to sit, each passenger. And these things are massive, and they hold so many people. God forbid if you ever have to use one, it's going to be a tight squeeze and you're going to be with a bunch of folks, but that's why we have these, to make sure that everybody's safe. So It's actually really neat to get to see inside one. I don't know if they're supposed to have these open all the time, but they do, and we were walking by.
I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. I mean, they look huge in person, so I guess they would be huge on the inside, but yeah, that was really cool. And like Chris said, hopefully you never need it, but it's nice to know that they're filled with food. And 'cause I saw these crates, they look like, I don't know if they're MREs or something, but like it looked like there were a lot of supplies under each seat. And just like that, we made it to the aft of the ship. What's really cool is that you can actually see the Aqua Theater right there. They're rehearsing right now. We're gonna watch that later in the cruise. So yep, right behind me, right there, is the aft. Not a lot of people know that it's back here on deck 5 on the walking track, but it's a great place to go and just kind of, you know, watch the ocean, I guess, watch the wake. All right, that was a great workout. I got some running in.
No, you didn't a bit.
Roll the tape, please.
All right, well then I did some push-ups.
Yeah, okay. Well, y'all be the judge of that. All right, well, if yours counts, so does mine.
Fine. All right, we both worked out.
Y'all, come on, give this video a like. You know, subscribe to our channel. We just worked out on a cruise. We're on a cruise and we worked out. We're good boys, which means, should we go do sprinkles? I haven't had any ice cream yet.
Dang, that's crazy. We haven't gotten ice cream on this cruise yet. Maybe we should go get a cone. We did just work out and burn off all those calories.
Yo, find you someone that will enable you and that agrees with you. It's worth it. There's some jazz music going on in the Royal Promenade, and I'm here for it. This is nice. Okay, they're pretty good. I bet they play in Central Park too.
All right, we made it to Sprinkles. I got my chocolate cone. And here on Harmony of the Seas, they serve you the ice cream, which I am all for. It mitigates any disgusting mess and overuse by the little ones and some of the adults too. So much easier, much cleaner, much faster to just have somebody manning the machine. But hey, cheers, got our cone. But then you don't have a cone, you need to go get a cone. Oh, it's melting everywhere. Okay, gotta eat this fast.
I earned this, so here we are. I got the split decision, so I got me the swirl, vanilla and chocolat. One thing I do miss, we've only been on one Disney cruise, was that they had different flavors, like strawberry. I think when we were on the Wish, I swear there was like a blueberry or peach or something. Like, it'd be cool if we could just get like maybe one other flavor in one of the machines, but can't go wrong with the classic vanilla and chocolate, especially when they're swirled together.
All right, we're out here soaking up the sun, enjoying the pool vibes before we have dinner at Azumi tonight. And the pool deck is awesome. Not only do you have the 3 huge water slides, you have a couple pools, some hot tubs, there's a DJ playing, sometimes they have live music. It's just so busy. It's a sea day, so of course the pool's gonna be busy. But it's a beautiful day today, and we're soaking up the sun for just a little while longer before we have to go get changed to head down for dinner. But I'm enjoying myself. Normally we don't get a chance to just like come hang out by the pool, and I'm glad we came out here.
A few moments later.
All right, so we made it to Schooner Bar, and apparently this is where they're keeping all of the good whiskey. You know, they had Buffalo Trace at all of the other bars, but Schooner Bar has Makers, they have Johnny Walker Black Label, Uncle Nearest, Woodford Reserve. So they have a much wider variety here. I got an Uncle Nearest on the rocks. And you guys, we're sorry about all the flickering. It's the LED lights on a cruise ship. We're trying our best to adjust our settings on the camera, but you know, if it does flicker, our bad. Sorry.
Yeah, it's strange. Sometimes, like, the camera, it does a good job. The anti-flicker does a good job. And then sometimes, like, we're, like, I don't know, we do the best we can, but yeah. Hopefully it's not, like, too annoying. It annoys us to, like, no end, so we understand if it annoys you, but just know that we really do try. But I think what Chris is saying is that Abed gets to upgrade, right?
I'm fine with you upgrading, but let's wait till you get your first paycheck first, and maybe that can be like a celebratory purchase. How about that?
Let me get this straight. You're going to make me buy my own camera? I just turned 39.
In your dreams, you turned 39. You actually turned 40. 40. Like me. We're the same age.
Y'all see what I have to deal with? Come on now. Come on.
Oh my god, look at our animal. First cow animal of the trip. I don't know, that's a little suggestive. Why is this rabbit caked up like that? That's crazy. That's crazy work. I love it. Towel animal. Great. But Abed and I are going to shower, get changed. We have dinner at Azumi Sushi. We're not doing hibachi. We're just doing the sushi tonight. And we're excited. Weirdly enough, I'm kind of hungry. You wouldn't think after all that we ate at Sabor, but we're on a cruise. You got to eat, right? It's just nonstop eating. So
There's one thing that's true about every cruise is that the elevators get backed up at dinner time. Try not to fall on the stairs. Everyone looks great for dress to impress or formal night. I mean, we're dressed nice. We have pants, obviously long pants, and I think we look nice.
I love that our definition of nice is pants. But it is funny. So everyone has a different definition of formal, especially cruise formal. So some folks are in tuxes and gowns, and others, like us, are just in like a button down and jeans. So whatever formal means to you, it's okay.
Look, Chris and I have a history of wearing shorts and getting in trouble at steakhouses and other places, so we at least are wearing pants. Well, long pants.
All right, here at Azumi, I got the gyoza. The gyoza were great. They were a little spicy, which took me by surprise, but you get like 5 gyoza in an order, which was awesome. Definitely very filling and very good for a small plate. For my larger plates, I got the chicken yaki udon and I got the snow crab dynamite salmon roll, which was awesome. So the sushi was great, fresh, a little bit spicy, creamy, really, really good. And
But yeah, Azumi is always really good. From obviously the sushi, I forgot about the sushi that I had. The noodles, udon noodles, I mean, it's always a great meal. But let's update our dining tracker. Tonight, we ate at Azumi. The menu's prefixed, so for one flat fee of $40 per person, you get 1 small, 2 large plates, and 1 dessert. We spent $632.44 on the dining package, and after 2 days of using the plan, we've received a total value of $240 for the cruise so far. That means we need $392.44 to break even for the cruise. Will we get the full value out of the dining plan? Subscribe to our channel and keep watching this series to find out.
good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 3 on Harmony of the Seas. We have so many activities and fun things planned today. But first things first, we're going to go get some coffee. And we have an exciting thing that we're going to do. We're going to hide some ducks. So we brought a box of ducks to hide around the ship. And every morning we're going to hide a few. So Abed, I present to you the duck box. All right, Abed, you have to pick 4, and we're going to hide 4 this morning.
We should have started this earlier in the cruise, so I think what we'll do is maybe just take a handful, because it is day 3. But you know what this reminds me of? A saying that my grandmother always said. She said, life was like a box of ducks. You never know what you're going to get.
Interesting that his grandma suddenly has a really thick southern drawl, and that sounds vaguely familiar, like from a movie or something.
Oh, it does? Oh, it sounds vaguely familiar. Look, life is like a box of ducks. Never know what you can get. Random recess.
Upside down in the ceiling.
Okay, so I'm going to hide my first duck. I'm going to hide some of them more obvious than others. It's sort of a progression. This one is really easy.
And just like that, we are at the boardwalk. I definitely think we're gonna end up hiding some here. Plus, I need coffee. It's only 9-ish a.m., little past 9. We are just not breakfast boys, at least not this morning. We're probably gonna do Johnny Rockets or something for breakfast at some point. Just, it didn't work out today, but coffee time, and then we still have a few more ducks for the morning. And then, man, it is a jam-packed day. We're doing ice skating. Maybe silent disco tonight. There's just a lot going on. We're so excited. Another sea day. All right. Thank you. All right, Chris, we got our coffee. Cheers.
Cheers. Speak.
Mmm.
Ooh, that's good.
I gotta say, obviously it's humid. We're at sea, but the weather right now is great.
It feels great outside. It is a little bit humid, but we got our coffee. Let's go have some duck.
Everyone's on the hunt this morning. Haha. Ha ha ha.
They do move in herds.
Ooh, Schooner Bar. No one's ever there. Okay, I gotta put this. This is cold. By the way, our drink of choice, if you were wondering, is vanilla sweet cream cold brew. Typically, when we're home Monday through Friday, here's TMI. We get iced Doppios. We get iced Doppios in a venti cup, and then we add a protein shake. So we have protein coffee. I know, not very original, but on the weekends, it's vanilla sweet cream cold brew.
All right, we're here at the Schooner Bar. I gotta hide a duck here at the Schooner Bar for the adults. Can I hide one here at the bottom of the Rising Tides bar and then make people jump down there as it's floating up or down to get it before it comes down? I'm just kidding. That would be horrible. It like malfunctions.
I'm telling you, best time on a cruise ship is like early morning. People are slowly getting up, but this is a packed cruise. It's spring break somewhere, so there's, you know, a lot of families, a lot of kids, which is fine. That doesn't bother us. We do our thing. Everyone does their thing. You know, people get so like upset, which I get. Everyone spends a lot of money on these cruises, but there are cruise lines that do 18 plus, you know, so if you want that, like I said, we've said this on the last episode. I'm a travel advisor. Go to randomrecess.com, click the link in the description, and I'll help you get on Virgin Voyages or a cruise line that works for you.
Wow, a bad way to advertise Virgin Voyages while you're on a Royal Caribbean ship.
Well, if Royal did 18 plus, then those that want 18 plus could then book that. My point is, cruising is for everybody. There's a cruise line for you.
All right, they're gonna have to dig around for that one. In the legs.
Okay, anyone that's on this sailing, if you find our ducks, tag us on Instagram at Random Recess. And apologies, we didn't have time to like get proper tags, so we did makeshift tags, and they're really, really bad. But look, see, they're paper. Sorry, I know you should get those like really nice cards, and the ducks that we have seen on board are great, but QR codes are on the back. Keep or hide, you decide. They're going to be all over the ship. All right, we've entered the belly of the beast. We won't be able to film very much, or we'll have to be very quick.
Why are you whispering? Because we're in the art gallery?
Yeah, decorum. As you saw on Chris's shirt, Navigator of the Seas, if you haven't checked out that vlog, make sure to check it out. We love the coin pusher, an actual coin pusher game here in the casino. So, it only makes sense that we have to take one of these somewhere near. So, you gotta get changed to play the coin pusher. So, oh, it is moist out here. It is the first time we've really stepped outside. I mean, I was on the balcony this morning sunning, but this is just, it's moist.
It's thick out here. It's like a greenhouse in the Central Park right now.
All right, let me find a discreet place. Ooh, they're filming something. All right, we found like this like hidden area. What is this? This is a little walkthrough. This is nice. All right. Is this a perfect spot to hide a duck? Maybe. All right, we made it up to deck 15, the sports deck. We're about to do the zip line, or I'm about to do it. I don't know if Chris is going to do it, but this is such a beautiful sea day. Sun is out, the seas are calm, and like everyone's just having a great time. One might say everyone is in harmony. All right, we got here a little past after they opened the zip line. You know, there's a bit of a line, so make sure to wear your patient pants, but it really puts the line in zip line. Even though I've done this, I'm still getting nervous, and I know I'm in good hands because Harmony of the Seas got my back, but it's kind of interesting. They don't have the camera system. When we were on Utopia, I guess they were still testing it out, but it'll be interesting when they, you know, push it out to the rest of the fleet. But Chris is my videographer, so he's going to capture it all. Hey.
Facing outside, sir. The building blocked. I've got the red book, please.
All right, doing this for y'all, and also for me. Give this video a like, and maybe subscribe. Wish me luck. See you on the other side. Just finished the zip line. I gotta go return the equipment. That was just much faster than the one on Utopia. Definitely shorter, but wow, I missed my landing by a long shot. I almost ran into the wall, but that was so much fun. The staff is great. It's so exhilarating. It's exciting. If you can do this, if you meet the requirements and you feel adventurous enough, nothing will get your blood going and get the excitement and the adrenaline rushing like a little zip line before lunch. And speaking of that, we still have a few more things to do. I conquered the zip line here on Harmony, and Chris, I think you're gonna do the Great Abyss. Hoping to get this done because we still got ice skating. There's still so much more to do. This is kind of like one of our adventure days at sea. We try to do one that's like somewhat dry, and then one that's like all wet. That'll probably be like the last day.
The Ultimate Abyss slide opens in 7 minutes, and the line for it goes all the way down past the flow rider. There's gotta be like 50 people waiting to do this thing. I'm not chickening out. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Oh. Oh my god. It's so dark. All right, here we go. Woo. All right. I got stuck. Oh. Oh. I'm too fat, I guess. Oh my god, that was fun. All right, did the Ultimate Abyss. That is so much fun. Honestly, it wasn't as fast as the one on Utopia. It was a little slower, but it was smoother. So there's that. And I guess I didn't gain enough speed because I like ended up stopping at the bottom, and I had to pull myself to the front of the slide. But it was fun. I had a great time. I'm gonna do that again for sure.
Honestly, Chris, don't feel bad. Like even behind you, everyone that came before you and now after is getting stuck in the same spot. Like literally everyone. Light people, bigger people than like heavier than you, lighter than you, whatever. Like everyone's getting stuck there. So I don't know if it's because it was raining. Maybe that has, I don't know if that has anything to do with it. You know, metal contracting when it's hot and cold or whatever, but probably not. It's all been engineered, but everyone isn't making it past the hole.
That makes me feel a little bit better. You know, I was like, I saw the light at the end of the tunnel and then I just stopped. And I was like, dang it, what the heck? But maybe you're right. It was raining right before we went down the slide, so that could have something to do with it. I don't know. It was a lot of fun though, and I'm gonna do it again.
All right, we made it inside on deck 6, right outside the boardwalk. Chris, we need to talk. Why are you wearing the Navigator of the Sea shirt? Yes, we had a great time. Y'all check out that vlog. But we need, tradition states that we need a shirt for every royal ship that we've sailed. And technically, we do have to wear the shirt of the previous cruise that we were on. That's kind of our thing. We wore Utopia on Navigator, Navigator on Harmony. So, what do you say?
We also wore Icon on Utopia. So, yeah, we'll get Harmony, and then we'll wear Harmony on the next cruise that we go on. That's how it works.
Yo, I might need a dog at Dog House because I am hungry, but we've got lunch plans. But for now, focused on fixing this fupa that Chris is doing, right? Yes, it's tradition, but also it's a fupa, and we've got to get a Harmony of the Sea shirt.
What do you think? Right out front.
No, I won't. Well, maybe. That's an idea, but
It has all the
okay,
info
so
on
it's
it.
kind of like that one.
Kind of like this one, yeah.
Okay, well, that's an option. Let's go inside though. 2 for $40, that's not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad, but also don't feel inspired by that. Yeah, I like that. It's clean.
Yeah, I might have to get a couple shirts, y'all.
Yeah, we really like that shirt, and we're thinking we're gonna get the one that we found outside. One, it says 2 for $40, so why not?
All right, secured the bag. We got our shirts. We got 2 shirts. I think we only showed you one of those shirts that we got, but I'm staying in my Navigator shirt today. You can't make me change today.
Decided that lunch is going to be at the boardwalk. So Chris and I have the dining package. We've been keeping up with this series. We're going to have everything on the screen. The idea is we're going to keep track of how much we spent on one side of the screen, and then essentially like the value received, like how much money have we, quote, saved or made off of, you know, the dining package. Because at the end of the day, it's not cheap, but also like, is it worth it? So keep watching. By the end of the series, we're gonna know, like, did we actually, quote, make a profit or reduce the cost? All right, Chris, I think I'm gonna do malt fries and then pie chili.
Ben, what is a pie chili? I don't think that's a real thing, and it's not on the menu.
Well, you see, hamburgers is on its own. That's one item. Malt fries and then pie chili. So that means pie chili is on the menu.
If you're not familiar with Johnny Rockets, it's a restaurant chain you can find on land. It's a throwback to the classic American diner, specializing in burgers, fries, and shakes. On royal ships that have Johnny Rockets, it's $14.99 for lunch and dinner. Pro tip, breakfast is actually included dining and is free. For lunch and dinner, you can choose from a sandwich, side, and dessert, which isn't a bad deal for $14.99. We ordered some really great burgers, onion rings, cheese fries. The burgers were good, y'all, like really good. The best on this ship, at least. I got a slice of apple pie for dessert that was honestly so good. Since we have the drink package, we could also order shakes and malts, and those are included. So Chris opted for a chocolate shake, but we're not counting the shakes as part of this value. So let's talk dining package. According to our tracker, we spent $632.44 for our dining package. After today's lunch on day 3, that brings our value received to $269.98, meaning we've received that much in quote value. To break even on the dining package, we still need to spend $362.46. Keep watching this cruise series to see when and if we break even.
Okay, we made it to Studio B. We're gonna go ice skating, and I'm excited because it's cold in there, and it's hot on this ship, so I'm looking forward to cooling down.
I'm excited. This was actually on my bucket list, my revenge list, I should say. And I got to do it on Navigator of the Seas. Y'all check out that video where I got to do it. I miss skating so much, and now it's just gonna have to be a tradition every time I'm on a royal ship. At least one that has a skating rink. Chris, how's it going?
So good. I'm gonna like really skate once the cameras are off, you know. So I don't need people seeing how good I am, you know. It's gonna intimidate everybody. So I'm gonna pretend like I'm really bad at skating. So I make, you know, everybody like on an even playing field today, I think.
Chris, I'm coming in. How's it going?
You're so good at this. I'm so bad at skating.
No, you're fine. This is fun though.
Yeah. It's so much fun.
We are ice skating in the Gulf of Mexico right now. Like, we're in the middle of the Gulf. How awesome is that? I gotta keep going. Where else can you do this but on an Oasis, or I guess Navigator, we were able to do it, but this is so much fun. I love skating. I'm so thankful to be able to do this again. Whew, I really hope this angle is flattering. Chris, can I go one more?
Go.
Also, I'm group 5 and group 4 is over, but not 5. So I'm gonna go till they tell me to leave. I'm slightly out of breath. That was so much fun. Just getting to do this. You're in the middle of the Gulf and you're on a giant cruise ship. You're on the ice. It's a super windy day. The fact that they can manage all this stuff, it's just so much fun. And it's included. It's not like you have to pay extra for it. Plus tonight or one of these nights, I'm pretty sure we're booked for the ice show. Really excited about that. But it just feels good to be able to get out, move a little bit, work off that burger and fries and onion rings and shake and apple pie and everything else we just ate and that we're gonna eat because this cruise isn't over. We're only at day 3. But I think I might have to book that again because I forgot how much I love skating. I used to skate a lot and I'm very rusty, but I need to find somewhere in Austin where I can do that. If anyone is in Austin or knows, I mean, I can Google it when I get home. But comment down below. Do me a favor.
I'm horrible at it, but that shouldn't stop you from doing it. This is just one of those things that practice makes perfect. I clearly have not had enough practice, but it was a good time nonetheless. And so many families were down there skating. If you're a beginner, they have the little training, walker things on the ice for you, or if you're a little one that needs it. So that's cool. It's really well organized. So they stagger the groups in 10-minute increments, and they'll make announcements for when your group can go on, when you have 10 minutes left on the ice, and then when you have to leave. All the equipment is there for you. You don't have to rent like skates or helmets or pay extra for those. I mean, they have them all here for you. And yeah, it's a good activity. It's really fun. And again, when are you gonna go ice skating on a cruise ship? Only on Royal Caribbean. That's really cool.
After all that ice skating, I've worked up an appetite. I do not like the pizza here. The thing that Royal does well is speed. They can serve a lot of people, but the pizza is gross. It's not gross, it's just not great. Whereas Carnival hand tosses, but takes forever. The pizza is good, but it just takes forever to get. We need to meet in the middle where we can get quality and speed. So what cruise line does that? Honestly, I think I was being a little harsh. It's good. It's You know what? I can't say it's good. It's decent. I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. It gets the job done, but again, where Royal really excels with volume, like really feeding their passengers quickly, Carnival takes forever when it comes to their free food options, but it tastes better. What cruise line, y'all, comment down below, can do both, or at least more in the middle of like good, but also doesn't take forever to get food? Honestly, I'm being kind of snotty about the pizza. It was good. It was good. I'm still giving it 2.5 out of 5. It's just not as good as others I've had, but you know what? It gets the job done pretty much every time. But in celebration of the ice skating, so post ice skating drink, also pre-dinner. So it's a post ice skate pre-dinner drink. Going to Boleros. I haven't been here yet for a drink on this cruise, and I'm trying to decide, is it too early for a martini? I mean, it is a pre-dinner drink. All right, so my drink arrived. I got the Cozumel Sunrise. Y'all, this drink is so pretty. I mean, just take a look at that. It's got tequila, mango, lime juice, and grenadine. It's beautiful. Now, we haven't made it to Cozumel yet. That is one of the port days, one of the stops on this cruise, but decided, you know what, I'm at Boleros, I'm celebrating, got pre-dinner drinks, post-ice skating drink. So, cheers. I wonder if they have that on other Royal ships. To be honest, I don't spend enough time in Boleros. Usually it's like in the morning, we'll have our coffee, we may hang out here. Or like on a port day, they're doing trivia and stuff, but wow, this is good.
Okay, so I got a Mexican martini here at Boleros, and it was really good. So the bartender actually didn't know what it was at first, so I kind of explained it to him, and he made it on the spot, asked if I liked it, and it turns out it's amazing. So I think next time I need to make sure that he adds some olive juice into it. But it's crisp and delicious. The tequila comes through. This is great. And you know, we're martini boys, so I had to get a martini. Even a Mexican martini counts, okay?
So someone asked me, like, do you vlog all the time when I was at Sorrento's? And like, do you take any time for yourself? And to be honest, like, we do. We just chilled at Boleros for a while. We were just like hanging with friends and just, you know, just talking, catching up. And yeah, we had the drinks. We vlogged a little bit, but tell me, why am I so tired right now?
Bro, I'm so sleepy. I closed my eyes for like 2 seconds at Boleros, and I was like, I could take a nap right now. Maybe we gotta get a coffee or something to wake back up. Because we have dinner at Wonderland in a little bit.
More than a little bit. We have dinner in like 30 minutes. And we gotta go and change because we're in shorts. Probably can't see that. And it requires at least pants. So we gotta go change. We're not gonna get in trouble this time. We have a history of getting in trouble for dress code violations.
Not today.
All right, got changed. Fit check. What do we think?
Handsome.
Aw, thank you. I think I'm going to hide an extra duck. We were going to do them only in the morning, but I'm going to hide this one. This one was really cute. So I think I'm going to hide it on the way somewhere near Wonderland because tonight's dinner is about wonder and, you know, imagination. Even the menu is kind of unique. It's broken down by like sun, ice, earth, dreams. Dream section is like the desserts. Anyway, we're going to go over it. We're about to head down, but I guess up, whatever. But really excited. We're having a great time and I'm starving. Y'all, even though I had that snack at Sorrento's and I even kind of snuck something off camera, I went to, what's that cafe? Park Cafe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Park Cafe at Central Park. I was filming down there and they had this weird wrap with turkey and avocado. Anyway, I'm glad I didn't review it. I'm not even going to tell you the score. I will not tell you the score out of 5. Just not going to do it. Not going to do it.
All right, we are on 11, and luckily for us, if we read the map right, which sometimes we don't, it should be right up here on 12.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, on my way to hide our duck, I found one. This one's cute. It's like leopard print. Look at that. Okay. There's no tag, take or hide. And y'all, again, apologies. We are going to work on our game, okay? This paper, we're going to get something nice for next time, but we were in a rush, okay? Forgive us. Should I place ours where that one was or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have extra tags, but I'm going to hide this one somewhere else. You know, I'm just going to leave it.
some child. Some
There we
kid
go.
will find
2 for 1.
it. No, I'm just gonna put it.
Where are you putting it? Oh,
No,
okay.
I'll just put it back. I'm gonna put it back. Someone else can find it, you know?
All right, all right. That's cute. I like it.
Imaginative cuisine.
And the Wonderland sign.
So are we just supposed to like sit? They'll come get us?
Yep. Ooh, look at that chair. Not you breaking the chair.
Was it as graceful as it looked?
More so.
I'd say I was pretty graceful, no?
Yeah.
How do you
You dropped your phone, by the way.
get comfortable?
You don't. And that's the point. All right, Abed got to sit in a cool chair. I want to sit in a cool chair.
Alright, okay, that's more than cool. That's weird.
Ooh.
Is that even comfortable?
No.
Really?
Nope. This is so much fun so far. If you're not familiar with what Wonderland is, it's an Alice in Wonderland themed restaurant here on Harmony of the Seas. I think they have it on a few Oasis class. Okay, your journey begins here in Wonderland, meeting the Mad Hatter. He took us through a magical door to start our journey and introduced us, you know, Bruno Mars and Justin Bieber. Hey, as we walked down the stairs, we got seated. This restaurant is beautiful. So when we were on Utopia, this was actually Giovanni's wine bar and kitchen. It's 2 stories. It's got an overlook onto the boardwalk. Really pretty. But we got a paintbrush and some magical water. And this is our menu. So we're going to paint the menu with the water to reveal what it is. That's such a cool idea. All right, so this menu is really interesting. It's broken up into the 5 mother elements: sun, sea, earth, fire, and ice. And our server is actually going to take us on a culinary adventure. So we didn't have to pick anything except our main course. We're basically going to get a little tasting menu of all of the appetizers, which is going to be really exciting. So we're going to get to show you a lot of what Wonderland has to offer. They tout it as like imaginative cuisine, and I think it's a like molecular gastronomy. The presentations are going to be really cool. I'm excited. So we're excited to take you along with us, and we're trusting our server. You know, like we say on Random Recess, trust your server. They know what's good. So they're going to bring us out a little bit of a tasting menu for the appetizers, and we'll show you what we got for our mains. And of course, we had to get signature cocktails. All right, these signature cocktails are really fun. I got the smoke rings, which is inspired by the smoking caterpillar, and it was a smoking cocktail. Really great presentation. Ooh, look at the smoke coming out. Very cool. It kind of just sits in there until you drink it. All right, let's taste it. It's a whiskey-based drink. So it's kind of like, I'm assuming it's going to be like a smoked old fashioned. It looks really cool, but how does it taste? Let's try it. It's really good. It's not too sweet at all. The opening of the glass is big enough to get your nose in when you take a sip, so you get that aromatic smoke. It really adds a really nice flavor profile. It's going to get a 4 out of 5 for me. This is a delicious drink, and it's not super duper strong either. I really like this.
I got the Cheshire Cat, and as you know in the story, like, he disappears, right? You can't see him, then he reappears. So the idea here is the cotton candy on top, centrally, the beverage is poured over it, and it all mixes and turns into this drink. This is gonna get a 5 out of 5. Y'all know I have sweet teeth. I love sweets. There's so much going on, so much food's hitting the table. The drink was fabulous. This is gonna be one of those really fast, wondrous reviews. So here we go. Well, I'm going to start with the egg because that just sounds so good. I think I was supposed to put some of the phyllo dough on it. I can't remember. But, well, it smells so good. And smoky, which makes sense. Chris, I don't know that you'll even like that. Probably not my favorite deviled egg, which essentially it's a form of deviled eggs, but that was okay. That was okay. All right. Do you want to try something?
Not horrible, but I'd say average. Average deviled egg. All right, I'm trying the liquid lobster. This looks like a liquid lobster bisque kind of take on it with some caviar on top. Love this spoon. That's so cool. And we got to take this in one shot. So here we go. Oh yeah, that was really good. Yeah, it's like a lobster bisque with a piece of lobster, some caviar on top. You get the nice like salty pops from the caviar. That lobster meat's really good. And so is the bisque. The bisque is warm. So that was a good one biter. I'd say the lobster was a little like tough, but other than that, it tasted fantastic. That was a really good appetizer, a little one biter, a little amuse-bouche, if you will.
Y'all, that shrimp was really good. Highly recommend that Scotch bonnet like sauce. I probably should have put a little bit more on there, but I was a little nervous because at the moment I can't handle too much spice. But you know, the waiter, trust the staff, it really was really mild. So you probably are going to be fine if you just can't handle a lot of spice, but it's really flavorful with the sauce. Without it, it's kind of dry. It is crunchy, but it needs that sauce big time.
I have to agree with the vet on the shrimp. Wrapping it in the phyllo dough kind of just made it super dry when you ate it, but with that sauce, he's right, that sauce is really good. Just a little hint of spice, but honestly, I think that dish would have been better if it was just the shrimp and not the phyllo dough, but that's just me. Next up, we got tomato water, which come in these cute little test tubes, and it's supposed to taste like tomato. I guess it's really cool. It's like clear. It's got little dollops of pepper, like oil. You can see that in there. And then like a creme on top. I don't know what this is, but she said to just take it like a shot. So here we go. That was really good. Really weird because like you're expecting a thick like tomato soup, but it's just like thin water, but it tastes exactly like tomato soup with a little bit of spice from that pepper. That was really good. That might have been my favorite appetizer so far. I think you're really gonna like that. Along with the tomato water, we also got the crab cone. Got some like crab inside. I think that's wasabi on top. And they told us to eat it from the bottom up, so we're gonna listen to the server here. I see why they did that, because the bottom of the cone doesn't really have anything in it. So you want to get to the top part, which has everything in it, and save that for last. Really good. Creamy, I think that's like guacamole almost. Really good flavor. Not a whole ton of crab in there, but it is just an appetizer. The tomato water and the crab cone, best parts.
That was so good. I agree. That to me is the best bite so far that we've had, and everything's been good. Weird in some cases, like the tomato water, but also good. So far, that's the theme. Like, weird, but good, strange. It's definitely putting us out of our element. We don't normally eat like this. And I suspect a lot of people that go on cruises probably feel the same way. Maybe that's why Royal's not putting it on newer ships, but we're still not done with the whole meal, so we'll assess at the end, but there's still one more appetizer left. I'll be honest, I don't remember. How am I supposed to eat this? Oh, okay. I dropped some on it and put that on the cracker. Okay. I dropped some. Okay, I eat that. Got it. Ooh, I think I may like this the best. Look at that. Wow. So they hollowed out this lime. So they hollowed out that lime, and then there's like this, I don't know what it is. What are we eating? It just tastes good. I know it's seafood. It's definitely of the sea. I want to say it's some sort of seafood salad. It's not crab, maybe like salmon or tuna, but it is so good, y'all. It has a little bit of, like, it's spiced, not spicy. And then the fact that it's in a carved out lime, man, adds the right citrus note. And now palate cleanse. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. That is really sour. But I get why it's a palate cleanser, because palate has been neutralized and cleansed. Perfect that that's right at the end of all the appetizers. Chris, I can't wait for you to try it.
What was that? I think that's right. It was like the seafood salad on top of the cracker. It has a little bit of spice to it. That was excellent. So that and the crab cone, don't miss. All right, for the main, I got the beef short rib, and she joked. It was like chocolate brownie with ice cream on the side, and that's exactly what it looks like. It's so funny. The plating is so pretty. And these plates are really unique. They have like little pockets around them that hold all your veggies. There's some cherry tomatoes. There's some beets. Looks delicious. We're not going to worry about that, but we have the buttery mashed potatoes and the short rib here. The short rib is delicious. Super tender. The bordelaise sauce on it is really good. Let's try these mashed potatoes. All right, those are good. Super buttery. Delicious mashed potatoes. This is a really good option, honestly. The short rib, like I said, tender, really good, delicious, has really meaty flavor. And those buttery mashed potatoes, I gotta give this a 4 out of 5. This is delicious. I don't know about these like weird veggies on the side and the little pockets on the plate. Not a huge fan of that, but to each their own. But the short rib and the potato part, really good.
All right, so I got the chicken and the egg, and I'm just really nervous it's gonna be dry, but let's cut into it. The chicken is okay. It's a piece of chicken breast. I'm more of a dark meat boy. It's a little on the drier end, not like dry, but it's on the border of dry. So we'll just say that. But when you're cooking for the masses, you know, sometimes that's to be expected. I'm really excited about the chicken skin that comes with it. Oh yeah. Well, that is satisfying. I don't know what this is. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to eat everything, and I'm just confused. Is this potato or parsnip?
Potato.
I suspect these are the same potatoes. That's really good. Okay, I'm just very curious. I want to know what this egg is made out of. In my mind, it's cheese, but am I just hope? Oh, it runs. Look at that. What is it? I'd probably say skip the chicken.
Alright, I stole some of Abed's chicken. Sorry, it's hard for me to talk because it's so dry and it sucked all of the moisture out of my mouth. Listen, I don't like breasts. Okay? Just gonna say it. I am a dark meat guy. Chicken breast is always dry in restaurants. At least, it's not always dry, okay? It just tends to be drier. This is very dry. And I would agree with the Bed's rating. 2.5 out of 5.
All right, y'all. I'm a firm believer that dessert can make or break a meal. Like your sides, your appetizer, your main course. At least in a Bed's book, I love sweets. So let's see what's going to happen once the dessert comes out. I've heard it's whimsical and wonderful.
At this rate, the dessert has a lot of heavy lifting to do, okay? Alright, so our desserts came out, and we got the Mystical Mushroom Garden, which is like white chocolate and meringue mushrooms. There's like red velvet dirt and some sorbet. That looks really good. Such good presentations here. And then with the world, the globe, I guess, which was like a melting globe of chocolate over some like peanut butter ganache. There's salted caramel. That looks fantastic. Presentations here at Wonderland, despite what the food may taste like, all the presentations have been really, really good. So, at least aesthetically, this place is beautiful. It's got some like peanut butter ganache, salted caramel. There's some chocolate, obviously. All right, that's good because the chocolate sauce is hot, but the dessert is cold. So you have a nice like temperature contrast. The peanut butter isn't overwhelming; it doesn't take over the dish. Pretty well balanced. That's yummy. I really enjoyed that. Might be one of my favorite things of the entire meal. Is that chocolate dessert? That was really good.
Welcome to the Mushroom Kingdom. How do I eat this? What is it, and how do I eat it? Let me cut into this. Top of the mushroom. No. Chris is just laughing at me, and it's really rude, but like, I'm gonna try this again. This was at the top of the Mushroom Kingdom, and it's Instagrammable. We may or may not put it on our thumbnail. Like, it was really pretty, but negative ghostwriter on that. If you have a choice, like, don't get that. Don't get that.
So I think the contrast in desserts perfectly sums up our experience here at Wonderland.
All right, in general, thoughts on Wonderland. We want to be very specific and very clear about our experience at Wonderland because we don't want there to be any distinction between service and then like the food in our experience, because let's be clear, the service was 10s. They're going to get 10s. Mawinda, I think that's her name, our server, was spectacular. Will receive 10s on the survey. So anyone from Royal that's watching, fabulous. The Mad Hatter was fabulous. Check-in was great. The service, again, all 10s here. They're working so hard, so sweet, so kind, imaginative, fun. Everyone's having a great time. The singing, the dancing, everything was just great. The kids are having a great time. So from the entertainment aspect, from the service aspect, it's all 10s. In terms of the food, Chris already hinted at it. It's a lot of hits and then a lot of misses. The menu is fun, it is imaginative, and when you do stuff like that, and when you take risks, some of it is gonna work out, some of it isn't. Now, Wonderland's leaving the ship, so kind of is a moot point for those of you that are booked on it when it's here. If you're not interested, you're probably not gonna miss out on anything. But if you are watching this and you're going on Harmony and it's still here and you wanna try it for yourself, book it quickly. Now, Chris and I have the dining package, so it costs $60 if you buy it on your own. So we're adding that to our total, our running total in terms of value received versus cost of the dining package. $60 is really pricey when you can go to 150 Central Park and it's $67. And in terms of like high-end food for that price point, for $7 more, 150 Central Park is definitely the better value.
I have to agree with a lot of what Abed said. Service was absolutely stellar, fantastic. We got taken care of so well in there. The food was just all over the place for me. There were things that were delicious. The crab cones, awesome. The chocolate sphere thing, amazing. The short rib was really, really good. And then there were some things that were just not great. The deviled eggs kind of had no flavor, right? They were too smoky. It was almost a little bitter. Abed's chicken, ultra dry and had no flavor at all. So there were things that like didn't work, and there were things that worked really well. So, you know, all in all, it was kind of a mixed bag. Now, would I come here again? Not for $60. I'm gonna be really honest with you. $60 is really, really pricey. The bed's right. If I can just go down to 150 Central Park and get a much better, more consistent meal for $67, I'm gonna do that. Or I'm gonna go spend $40 at Sabor. Sabor's food was way better, in my opinion, than Wonderland. And I can kind of see why it's going away. The concept of it, the molecular gastronomy, it's a little intimidating for the everyday diner. And honestly, if you're cruising and you're not used to that kind of food and you come here expecting one thing and getting another, and then you pay $60, that may not be the best experience.
What do you mean?
What is this? Since when are you finger gunning yourself in the mirror?
I've always done that.
You've literally never done that before.
Literally everyone, all our subscribers know that I've always done that.
Okay. You know, and everyone's going to take your side, so now I'm going to look like the villain, but I'm just saying.
Well, who gets the villain edit?
Such a strange thing to do out of nowhere.
I've always done it.
I support you.
Gaslight.
I support you.
What do you mean?
It's a gaslighter in chief right here.
Definitely not used to sailing like Royal. Outside of Navigator of the Seas, all the other like big ships that we've sailed have been during an inaugural sailing or like preview sailing, stuff like that. And so the elevators, they're definitely like just as backed up as, you know, Jubilee, Carnival Jubilee, with the exception of at least these aren't like tiny coffins. I mean, they're still hot in there, but you know, it's not terrible. Like these are actually large, but it's a big ship full of people and it gets backed up.
All right, we made it down to the boardwalk. We're in the standby line for the Fine Line Aqua Show, and it's not too long, so hopefully we get a seat. We weren't able to make a reservation until like the 10 o'clock show, but we wanted to see the 8 o'clock show because 10 is kind of late, so hopefully we get in at standby. We'll see. We got here like 30 minutes early. All right, so standby line was crazy. There's like no seats down there in the theater, but they opened up the rock wall platform balcony area for us to watch the show. Honestly, this might be the pro tip. This might be the better spot to watch it from. You're high up above everything. Okay, so we just got out of the Fine Line, which is the Aqua Theater show here on Harmony of the Seas. And just like every other Aqua Theater show we've seen, it was fantastic. It's so much fun to go watch the Aqua Theater shows on an Oasis class ship. They're like Cirque du Soleil at sea, right? They're slackliners, divers, they're dancing all over the stage. There's people flipping all over, doing tumbling in the sky. They dive from the very highest points on the ship. I don't know how they do that, and the pool's so tiny. It was really, really fun. I will say this. Royal Caribbean shows have a weird theming problem where you don't really know what the show is about. Like, it was called The Fine Line. All the stunts were really cool. If you asked me if you asked me what the theme of the show was or what the show was even about, or if there was a story, I couldn't tell you. Okay? And that's kind of how it is with all of Royal Caribbean's Aqua Theater shows that we've seen. Not saying they're bad. They're very entertaining. There's lots of dancing, music, like I said, high-flying stunts. It was awesome. Just like a weird story that I couldn't follow. But other than that, really, really fun. Doesn't disappoint. Royal Caribbean just doesn't miss with their entertainment.
It was actually really interesting to see this show from a different perspective. Like Chris said before the show started, because we were in standby, now we do have the 10 p.m. reservation, but that's just kind of too late for us. We're kind of tired, to be honest. So we're not doing the 10 p.m. We got into the standby line. We waited maybe like 20 minutes. And then when we got in there, because the way this Aqua Theater is set up, there are actually seats. Now, we didn't know that because we just came off Utopia, where it was just this long bench that sat a lot more people. So all the seats were gone by the time we got in there, but there was overflow seating up at the rock climb wall. That is the place to be, in our opinion. You get to see everything. When they're flying all around, when they're diving, when they're walking the tightrope, they're right under you. And that's a perspective that you don't necessarily get when you're sitting in the main Aqua Theater. So that may be, I don't know, maybe a hidden gem pro tip for you. Just show up late and then go up to the rock climbing wall. If it's open, the vantage point is just great. We were able to see everything. And honestly, when we were on Utopia, we sat really close. That was a beautiful experience, a great experience. No matter where you are in the Aqua Theater, I think you're gonna have a great time. But I gotta say, at one point, the whips came out and the leather daddy was just whipping water and getting everybody going. And I gotta say, that piqued my interest.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about the leather daddy with the whips. That was hilarious. I was like, what kind of S&M Aqua Theater show is this? But I'm here for it. And you know what? Maybe bring some chains next time. I don't know. Spice it up a little bit. Let's go.
Everyone was having fun. You could tell the cast was having fun. I don't know if this is a new cast or if they've worked together before, but they were in harmony.
All right, that's going to do it for day 3 here aboard Harmony of the Seas. Tomorrow we reach our first port of call, which is Roatan, Honduras. We have a fun excursion, so you're not going to want to miss that. Make sure that you're subscribed. It's completely free and it really helps us out. We're so happy that you're coming along with us on this recess. We are having a blast and we have so much more to show you. Give this video a thumbs up too. Thank you so much for your support. If you stay this long, we really, really appreciate you. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 4 aboard Harmony of the Seas. We're in our first port of call, Roatan, Honduras. And as you can see, we're docking right now. Ben and I have an 8:15 call time this morning for a departure for our beach excursion, which we're going to take you along for. But you know the drill. First things first, we got to go grab some coffee. So let's go do that, and then we got to go meet our party. It's a little bit early, but we're excited to get off the ship.
We also grabbed our ducks for the day. We're going to drop these off as we debark here in Roatan. So we got to find some spots to put them. Alright y'all, so we actually booked this excursion through Royal. This is actually our first excursion through Royal. Normally we just do our own thing when we get to port. So we booked it through their website, and then when we got on, they left us tickets for Tabiana Beach Break, which is the excursion we're doing today. So we're going to let you know everything about it, whether or not it's worth it, so just make sure to keep watching, and everything that's included and maybe not included. So it's really easy. It tells you exactly where to meet. It's in the app, and it's also printed on the ticket, which is really convenient. So we're meeting here at the Royal Theater. We checked in here on deck 5. They gave us these handy dandy stickers just to denote that we're, I guess, in group 33. There's a paddle there. I'm assuming someone's going to walk us off. We're going to go to that particular bus. And then from there, it should be nothing but fun and excitement at Tabiana Beach. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Tabyana Beach Break. Tabiana. It's really pretty.
All right, first, what do you think of the hat? It's my beach hat. But anyway, yeah, we're in the Royal Theater. It was really, really convenient. You do have to get your own towels. So they have a towel station right outside. We checked out a couple towels and we're raring to go. We've never done a Royal Caribbean sanctioned excursion before, like Abed said. And we've never been to this part of Roatan. Normally when we come to Roatan, we're on Carnival. We stop at Mahogany Bay. That's a whole other port. And that's kind of Carnival's own private port area. This is Royal Caribbean. So it'll be interesting to see how the port is, what it looks like what's included, what kind of shops are there. I'm sure all the typical ones are there. But it was really cool when we were docking this morning. Some locals that came out and they were playing music and stuff to kind of welcome the ship. That was really neat to see. So yeah, it's beautiful outside. We can't wait to get outside and show you guys everything there is to see at Tabiana Beach Break. All right, we're off the ship. We met our group. We're ready for the shuttle bus and we got our wristbands. So we're gonna get on the shuttle. I think it's about a 30-minute ride to the beach. And then we're gonna be at the beach. So let's go.
All right, we've made it to Tabiana Beach. This is where our excursion is. It's about a 25-minute bus ride. Now, they said 35 minutes in the app, but I suspect sometimes there could be traffic. I mean, any number of things could cause a delay like that, but we were fortunate enough. It was only 25 minutes. We had a great bus driver. The scenery on the drive was absolutely amazing. They explained everything to us. There are multiple buses that leave starting at 12:30 to 2 p.m. They explain everything for you. They've got lockers. There's so much going on, so you don't have to worry. So far, the experience has been great, very well organized, but now we got to go snag ourselves a beach chair or something. Yeah, it looks like they've got multiple dining halls. This place is bigger than I was expecting. Then again, I haven't made it around the bush. Oh, wow. Okay, I just made it around. The beach looks amazing. The sand is like white. All right, there's only one ship in dock today, so we have lucked out. I don't know how busy it's going to be here, but there are plenty of seats. We're a group of like 16, but security is taking care of us. They wear yellow shirts. Everything seems really great at the moment. Like I said, plenty of chairs. Drink menus are flowing already. People are having a good time, just getting settled in. So we're just going to kind of walk around, assess where everything is. The beach, y'all, the beach looks absolutely stunning. Looks like they've got snorkeling and other activities that are not included with this beach break. So you do get obviously food, drinks, maybe not obvious, I shouldn't say that, but you do get food and drinks. The bartender, Sean, already introduced himself, or the server. He said he'll take care of us, so he was super nice. And at this point, yeah, we're just kind of roaming around, just making sure that we know where everything is. We've got some more friends coming, so I kind of want to go just make sure that they know where we're sitting. It's a big beach, but also kind of not, so just want to make sure that hopefully they know where to find us. I'm sure they could find us, but you never know. Ooh, y'all, the menu is pretty standard when it comes to like excursion fare. So not actually surprised, but it'll be interesting to see how it tastes. Looks like they have barbecue chicken, hamburgers, hot dogs, island beans and rice, coleslaw. You know, like I said, pretty standard when it comes to excursions that we've been a part of. And that's not a bad thing. Honestly, the island beans and rice, I bet is fire. All right, it looks like the restrooms are all in the front. So you got the beach, and then where the seating area and looks like the buffet and the food in that pavilion, the restrooms are in the back. There may be more, but just trying to explore right now because this is an opportunity where it's not like super busy. Just kind of get acclimated. Hopefully it helps y'all that are coming here. If so, hit that subscribe button. We do a lot of cruising, a lot of travel content. We love to do excursions, so we hope you find it helpful. All right, getting into the water right now, and it is cold, but it's very walkable. It's sandy, but it's not rocky at all.
I've been in the water for about 10 minutes, and it feels awesome. You get used to it, and the water's super clear. This is a really pretty beach. I like it. There's a coral reef not too far off the shore, so if you want to snorkel, you can. There are vendors walking up and down the beach past the roped off area that's not part of the experience, but the local vendors are super polite. You know, if you don't want to buy anything, you just politely decline and they'll leave you alone. But yeah, this beach is awesome and this water is great. It's finally so nice to be earthing again. You know what I mean? Our feet in the sand and the water, just feeling the earth. Sometimes you just gotta earth to get back to reality, you know?
Look at that, when you're the content creators of your group, Chris is playing with his pole again, like he did on Jubilee. Hey guys, this content doesn't make itself. Hit that subscribe button. Look at all of that. Look at that beautiful footage, huh? So Tabiana Beach is actually kind of sandwiched between a few resorts. And so like Chris said, there are vendors. Once you pass the line, there are vendors that will come out, but so far you just say you're not interested. Seems to be okay. I mean, we'll see throughout the day if that changes, but so far, honestly, everyone's been really nice. They have security at Tabiana Beach, and it is gorgeous. The resort next to us is amazing. The driver did tell us that this is the most expensive side, I guess the west side. So you've got 5-star resorts here. And he said, you will pay a pretty penny, but they are really nice. Comment down below, should we come do a full recess here in Roatan, like exploring these resorts? It is finally water time.
4 hours later.
4 hours later. Yeah, it's okay. It's so cool that we're the only ship here right now.
I'm good, thank you though.
Yeah, the locals are nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, and look, we left our stuff up there. I don't feel. I mean, we'll find out. We'll let y'all know. We'll report back.
Right?
If
the water feels so good.
All we have left is the GoPro. But, ooh! Oh my god.
Okay, give it. Okay, oh! That's so rude. Stop. Gotta get used to it. We're good.
Honestly, okay, I'm just gonna go in.
You're gonna go in all the way?
Well, I mean, was this a mistake?
No, we're good.
You still have your 33 on.
Hey, that's because I'm 33 years old, all right?
Lies, all lies.
This is so nice. You get used to the water, and it's so calm. It reminds me of Mahogany Bay, right? Over on the Carnival side, but this is really nice. I'm glad we came here.
As you shake and like,
All right, well, I just gotta get used to the water.
you're like,
I'm so glad we came. No, this is fine. This is great. I'm having a great time.
all right, I'm gonna grow up now and I'm getting in the water. We paid for this excursion and everyone's in the water and having a great time. Oh, all right. I guess that wasn't that bad. So just for reference, we are here in April. Today's like April 2nd. On that note, can we normalize getting rid of April Fool's Day? Like, it's so annoying. It's so hard to tell because every day's April Fool's Day nowadays, right? April 1st, everyone's tweeting and doing all this stuff and it's like all fake.
Is this Ahmed's hot take corner?
It is, because nowadays,
Watch out for the rocks.
nowadays every day is April Fool's Day.
There's rocks, so be careful.
There's rocks, y'all.
We're gonna try to go out to the coral and show you some of the coral out there.
Coral? Coral?
Coral?
Comment down below if you know what we're referencing. Coral? Coral?
All right, somebody looks relaxed.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Well, of course, we're in paradise right now. You know what I mean?
You getting a little nap in?
Getting a little nap in. It's almost lunchtime. I mean, the beach was amazing, but this is what cruising is all about. And y'all, the staff has been great. 5 out of 5 so far for the staff. They're checking up on us. Now, we haven't had any alcohol yet because, to be honest, we had a lot. We had a lot the last 3 days. But we're just vibing. Probably have something with lunch. Can't wait for lunch. It sounds so good.
All right, so I just grabbed the lemonade. Let's taste it. Oh, refreshing. That is delicious. They have lemonade and iced tea for you here. That's free. And yeah, I think this is where they put out the lunch, which is in a little bit. It's a huge area, and I'm excited to see what the food's gonna be.
All right, y'all. The restrooms here are actually really clean now. Just a reminder, you're not at Buc-ee's, so don't come up in here leaving bad reviews and being negative. This is an island. You're in Roatan, right? It's not a Buc-ee's restroom, so some perspective would be nice. I saw some reviews that were really negative, but clean restrooms, towels, soap, toilets work, everything's great. We good?
So just to give you guys a little frame of reference of how far the walk is from where you get dropped off. So there are the shuttle buses right there that we took. And here's the walk. You walk down, you walk past these buildings, and then the beach is literally right there. So it's not far at all. A few hundred feet, a few hundred yards maybe. Nothing crazy. And it's all flat. So just know that you will have to make a little bit of a walk. It maybe like a minute to the beach. If you have mobility issues or whatnot, just know that. But like I said, it's flat. It's not rocky. Easy walk. All right, Abed, what time is it?
Y'all, it is finally food time. We're really excited. I'm hungry. Y'all know we didn't eat breakfast, so let's go get some grub.
All right, we're here at lunch. It's included with the price of admission to the beach break. And they have a buffet, so you can get all you care to enjoy. But they have rice and beans, They have hamburgers, hot dogs, grilled chicken, and barbecue chicken, so a pretty good variety. I would say the rice and beans were the standout. Those were actually really tasty. Hamburgers and hot dogs were whatever. The chicken was whatever, kind of dry. I mean, the food is typical beach food, right? It's not going to be anything stellar or outstanding for, you know, a beach retreat like this. But, you know that going in. Don't expect like Michelin star food, but, you know, it gets the job done. We were hungry, so everything hit the spot. And they have tons of seating here. They have 2 pavilions. I mean, look around. We have like this whole place to ourselves. So
Yeah, like we said, we are the only ship at port today. And so luckily for us, like, it's really not that busy. They did have a sign, which we thought was interesting, that said, Carnival guests, it's not free, like, do not go to the buffet. They will serve you and take your order at your chair, I guess. But yeah, the food was good. Like Chris said, the rice and beans, I knew those were gonna be good. When I saw it on the menu earlier, I just knew that was gonna be fire. It always is when we come on these types of excursions. But Chris and I love rice and beans, so like we grew up on that stuff. But I gotta say, the burger, yeah, it was all right. Again, typical excursion food. It is what it is. You know, they're serving a lot of people. They're serving us Americans, so it's gonna be burgers and hot dogs. But you know what? Especially for families and kids and people that are kind of picky eaters, they kind of have something for everyone because they had barbecue chicken, they had grilled chicken. So don't worry, like there's something for everyone. They even had fresh fruit, which was really good.
look, Abed, they have beach volleyball. Are we gonna play?
No, actually, I'm retired, but let's talk about this experience. When it comes to Tabiana Beach Break, we would actually recommend it. This is a random recess recommend. The food was great, the service was great. We felt really safe here. Yes, there are vendors past the line, but that's okay. Every time they asked us if we were interested, we just said, no thank you, and everyone moved on. We were the only ship in port today, so it was actually really nice, and there's so many empty chairs here. We were really expecting it to be like really packed, but it wasn't. Honestly, in terms of some of the excursions that we've done, this actually would be like in our top. We would really recommend it.
Echoing his sentiments about Tabiana Beach Break, it was so much fun. I mean, look behind me. The water is absolutely gorgeous. The beach was perfect. It's so beautiful here in Honduras. We love coming to Roatan, and this is just another site for us to come back to experience again on our next Royal Caribbean cruise. We would definitely do it again.
Y'all, this was great, but we got to get back on the ship because there's still so much more. Dinner tonight is going to be great. We're going to 150 Central Park. This cruise is so fun, but it's flying by. I can't believe we're already at day 4. And just like that, we are back. Y'all, the bus ride was actually really smooth, really fast. I mean, they did a great job getting us back here. So the first bus arrived around like 12:15, actually 15 minutes early. And then they run until 2:30, which was great. But yeah, we decided to kind of jump out a little early just because, you know, we want to get back on the ship and just get ready for tonight. We still have so much going on. Like, our schedule is packed, but in a good way. I mean, we did this to ourselves. But this is actually the first time that we've ever come to this port of Roatan. Normally we cruise with Carnival, which they go to Mahogany Bay, which is their exclusive specific port that only Carnival ships go to. Check out our Carnival Jubilee series and you'll see how great that is. Honestly, they've done a fantastic job over there. Oh wow, coming back in, seeing the ship, it's always so amazing to see it like from the bottom, right? From like the ground level, just how massive these mega ships are. So when we left this morning, we really didn't have a chance to explore the port. Honestly, it's not very big. You're getting pretty much all the traditional souvenir shops. So there's nothing here that's necessarily like, I would say noteworthy or highlighting, but it's really clean. They've got some live music. I see a pool here. I don't think you have to pay for it, but please don't quote Random Recess. Sorry if that's not right, but they've got like a taco lounge. There's so much over here. It's very small, I'll just say that. The one Mahogany Bay that Carnival has is much bigger and definitely more built out. But you know what? We had a fantastic excursion, so not complaining at all. Oh my gosh. This has been such a wonderful day. Look, they have cabanas here with like your own private pool. Oh, they do Swedish massage right there too. That's cool. Honestly, I kind of misjudged it. It's a little bigger, not much bigger than I was thinking, but it's definitely bigger. And they've got, like I said, these cabanas here where you can get like a Swedish massage. They have hammocks here in the water. Like, honestly, if I didn't have an excursion, I'd come out here, grab some chips and dip, chips and guac, maybe a margarita, and head back on the ship. Yo, we weren't kidding. Like, when you are standing next to them, I mean, it's hard to tell, but oh my God, they're massive.
Yeah, you feel like a little ant. I feel like a little ant next to this cruise ship. The fact that this is floating on the water displacement's a crazy thing, you guys.
After we got back on board, we headed to Johnny Rockets for lunch. We have the unlimited dining plan, which gives us dining credits for lunch. It costs us $632.44 for this dining plan. And after lunch on day 4, we're adding an extra $29.98. That brings our received value to $419.96. This means we still need $212.48 to break even. Keep watching this cruise series to see if we break even on the dining plan.
I mean, at this rate, we're probably gonna definitely make, I don't want to call it a profit, we're definitely gonna reduce the cost. Like, the overall cost per meal is gonna go down, but I gotta say, like, we're definitely on our way to, you know, actually hitting that actual paid value, right? And maybe reducing the costs, or I don't know how to say, we're not making a profit.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean, but I will say it does require you to eat specialty dining almost for every single meal. We haven't eaten in the main dining room once, or Windjammer. We ate at Windjammer when we got on board, but yeah, you essentially have to do specialty every night and then throw in a few lunches here and there. So if you're cool with that, it might be worth it.
And to be honest, like, we were not expecting to come back from the excursion so quickly, and we worked up an appetite, so I mean, we could have gone to Sabor for lunch, and that would have been $40, right? So we did $14.99 because we just wanted something light before we go do $150 tonight. But that's the thing. You can go eat a big, like, free lunch, essentially, or like use that lunch credit, and that's a lot of money. All right, Chris, we are celebrating. We just got back from an amazing excursion.
I know, and we're like not dead.
I know.
And we're not dead tired, I mean.
Cheers.
Cheers. So we got espresso martinis to get a little energy up for tonight, because we have a lot of stuff to do tonight after dinner, and we can't wait to show you. But cheers, everyone. That's really good. Oh my God. Ooh, that's a 5 out of 5 espresso martini. That is delicious. And all the drinks here at Schooner Bar have been really good. I think people sleep on this place because there's usually nobody ever here, but this is a nice bar. I'm enjoying myself.
Chris, isn't it crazy to think that we just have a few days left on this trip? I mean, it's just flying by.
That's what I literally just said to you.
No, I just said it now.
I said that to you off camera, literally before you turned the camera on and said that.
No, I have the record.
Okay.
I'm the historian of Random Recess.
You're right. No, to answer your question, yeah, it is crazy. That I was just saying that. That's so weird.
I know, right? Does anyone feel this way? Like, when you start hitting your ports of call, especially when they're back to back like ours is, the cruise just flies. It almost goes into overdrive. Like, the first day, Embarkation, then we had 2 sea days, felt like forever in a good way. And then we hit a port day, and it's done. And then we have one tomorrow, and then we have Cozumel, and then we have a sea day. So that kind of slows us down a little bit, but it's the last time on the ship, last day. Of course, it's a sea day, which is just perfect for us because it's our favorite. And then we're back, and it just goes into hyperdrive. Does anyone else feel that way?
All right, we made it back to Central Park. We're ready for dinner at our favorite restaurant here on the Oasis class, 150 Central Park. I know I'm getting a steak. What is the bed getting? You're just gonna have to keep watching to find out. Let's get in there. All right, so we got seated here at 150 Central Park. These chairs are amazing. I might want these for the house. These are awesome. Look how big they are. And they're super soft. They're like velvety. It's like crushed velvet. And it's really weird because when you sit back in it, it like encompasses your whole space, so you can't hear anything. It almost makes me want to go to sleep, but we love it here. So far, so good. We've sat right next to a window, so we can see all the happenings in Central Park, put in our orders. We'll show you what we got in a sec, but let's start with these Parker House rolls. These look delicious, brushed with butter. If I remember correctly, we did enjoy these. They're like pull-apart rolls. Oh yeah, let's look at that. Alright, let's try it. It's seasoned really well. The black pepper, the salt, a little lime, butter. Abed, you're gonna approve, because for those of you that don't know, Abed likes to season his like chips and his bread with salt and pepper, so comment down below, do you do that as well? These is really good.
Yeah, I do that. And I really recommend next time you have bread service, especially if it comes with butter, apply a little bit of butter. A little goes a long way, right? Then just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, whatever's on the table, and take a bite. And it just enhances it, because the butter that comes to the table is creamy. Usually it's unsalted. And then a little bit of pepper if you like that, right? But trust Abed. Season your bread. Chris, we literally agreed not that long ago that we're getting new drinks. Like, are you serious right now?
What are you talking about?
That's a martini. we promised we would try something new tonight.
Fine, I know. But it was the server's recommendation. She said it was really, really good and it was a specialty cocktail. Blame her, not me.
Leave her alone. She's a sweetheart. Okay, we'll let this one slide, because you normally don't get cucumber because it's gross.
You know what? You're right, but this one is delicious, and the cucumber flavor isn't super strong. It's really well balanced. It's refreshing. It's not too sweet. It's a great martini, made with Grey Goose, super smooth. What a great way to start off our meal here at 150 Central Park. I am looking forward to it.
My question is, who's going to get the center of the roll?
Well, you have to eat around the outsides first, so I don't know. It's going to be a strategic game to see who gets the center. I'll let you have the center, I'm nice.
And my rum old fashioned came in. Like, guys, look, I do drink rum, but I would never normally get a rum old fashioned. I stick to the classics. I would get an old fashioned, but I've never had one with rum to my knowledge. Someone go back and watch every single video we've ever posted and correct me if I'm wrong.
Cheers to a wonderful dinner. And Abed said that he's going to get me some Louis XIII. They have a bottle up there at the front. That's so nice of him. Who knew I was a cognac boy?
Yeah, I'll definitely do that, Chris, and I'll just make sure your credit card's on file.
Wow, you guys. Wasted no time getting that.
It's not my fault, you know. Off camera, he was like, I'll be nice, I'm nice, I'll let you have it. Because he knows, even if we were to do like the eeny, meeny, miny, mo situation, then, you know, obviously whoever ends up getting that piece is the last one, right? Like Chris goes, I go, Chris goes, I go. He would have gotten it. But I can't eat that much bread. I can't eat as much as him. So he was being nice, and now he's calling me out. But look, he gets 3 pieces. I only got the one, the best one. But these 3 are just as good. So comfortable. It's not going to come out on camera, I don't think. And we just had a long day, and I just want to go to sleep.
Alright, so I got the braised beef short rib as an appetizer. It comes with some creamy mascarpone polenta and some baby carrots. It's got some shallots on top. This looks like a main course. Like, this looks like a main, and this is just an appetizer. But it looks beautiful. They braised the short rib for like 6 hours, so it should be super tender. I'm hungry. Let's dig in.
It's funny that you say that. I was thinking that exact same thing. I would say mine is more appetizer-ish.
Wow. Super tender. I barely had to cut that. So much better than the short rib last night, and that was really good. This is incredible. So tender, you can just push it up on the roof of your mouth and it disintegrates, essentially. It's extremely tender. You don't even need a knife. 5 out of 5. Great beefy flavor. And like I said, this is big enough to be a main, and it's an appetizer. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's so funny that Chris said that about his dish, because it hit the table. I was like, that's a main course. But I decided to get the crispy pork belly, and I would say this is definitely more appetizer-ish. But to be honest, this is a huge piece of pork belly. But oh my gosh, y'all, it's scored really well, so you can slice it. And I heard that crunch as I was slicing it, so I'm really excited. I don't know if y'all can hear that. I don't know if that even got picked up by the microphone. Chris, did you hear it when I bit into it?
I did.
That is a crunch heard from space. That is crispy pork belly, just like it says it is. That is a 5 out of 5. Really flavorful. The sauce that's on here is really delicious.
All right, our main courses came, and yeah, we got a lot of food. Abed got a lobster thermidor, and I got the beef tenderloin for 2. We're gonna share, because we're 2 people. Duh. Beef tenderloin for 2, it's basically a Chateaubriand, and they cut it before they bring it to the table. It can be enough for 1, but Abed and I are gonna share it, because it's a lot, and it looks absolutely amazing. Oh, I can already tell it's super tender. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go. That's incredible. Super tender. I stand by what I said at Chops. The steak here is better than at Chops. So if you want a good steak, don't go to the steakhouse. Come to 150 Central Park. The tenderloin, 5 out of 5. Fabulous.
So I got the lobster thermidor. I do remember tasting it when Chris ordered it last time, and I loved it. I loved it. Now, I'm a crab boy. I'm team crab over lobster, but over the years, surprisingly enough, Royal Caribbean has converted me to more of a 50-50 split. Okay, 51-49. I still love crab, team crab, but lobster has come a long way thanks to dishes like this. Now let's see if it holds up to my past experiences. 100% leave it to a cruise line to cook lobster perfectly. Now, mind you, I've never been to the Northeast, so please excuse my ignorance if maybe Boston or other cities and states in the Northeast like do lobster better. I live in Texas, right? We do barbecue really well. So I'm still new to kind of the seafood scene, and especially when it comes to lobster. This is cooked perfectly. When I tell you, you barely have to chew, it falls apart. It is not rubbery. The sauce on here is fabulous. It's creamy, it's buttery. There's a hint of lemon. It cuts through the fat. Like, this can be a very rich dish because of the sauce that's on here. This is a 5 out of 5 dish. It was when Chris had it, and I'm giving it a 5. This is delicious.
All right, so we got our desserts, and we both opted for the fried cheesecake. Now, I'm not gonna say that this is the best dessert on Royal Caribbean, but it's the best dessert on Royal Caribbean. This is an amazing dessert. If you come for 150 Central Park for one thing, let it be the fried cheesecake. I already know this is gonna be a 5 out of 5. This is gonna be amazing. Let's dig it. Here we go. That's amazing. Get everything in one bite here. Little whipped cream, little of the caramel corn, and that fried cheesecake. Here we go. That's how you eat that. 5 out of 5. It is so good, guys. Comes with homemade popcorn, the caramel corn, the whipped cream, the fried cheesecake. It all works so well together. It's not too sweet. Perfect way to end off the meal here at our favorite restaurant, 150 Central Park. A must-do when you come on an Oasis class ship.
Dinner at 150 Central Park is $60 per person, so after dinner on day 4, that puts our dining plan value at $539.96. That means we need $92.48 just to break even on the dining package. Keep watching this series to see if we break even.
Good morning, y'all. It is day 5. We're supposed to be in Costa. We're supposed to be docked in about like 30 minutes or so, but I could have sworn like he was already in the process of doing that, the captain, but maybe because of the high winds, like, are we docking here or not? We're gonna find out. Plus, ducks.
Yeah, I don't think we're docking because
I think we missed the port because it's too windy.
Yeah, because earlier it looked like we were turning like to dock, and then he kind of abandoned it.
Yeah. That happens at Costa Maya a lot, because Costa Maya is super windy, so not surprised, but just gotta be adaptable. It's part of cruising. Okay, I'm gonna hide this one here.
Okay, perfect.
Abed, where are you gonna hide yours?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've been a little too obvious, but I don't want people to struggle. So I'm just gonna go like right here. It's cute. You know what I mean?
Alright, I only have 2 more to hide.
Alright, it looks like it was confirmed by our Starbucks baristas. As we suspected, we're still moving and moving faster. So yeah, Costa Maya, it happens. It's just too windy. The weather, like, they couldn't dock. So another sea day, which happens to be our favorite, but Cozumel should be okay. I'm hoping, because we have some stuff going on in Cozumel. Nothing like a little morning promenade walk, am I right?
No, we grabbed our coffee at the boardwalk, and we're just walking down to deck 5 and walking through the promenade. It's like our morning little ritual.
Well, plus I also have some ducks I need to hide. I need to finish hiding. I got, how many more ducks? 2? 2 more ducks. I really like the bionic bar. It is gimmicky, but I think I'm gonna hide the duck here. I don't think that's too obvious. I got one more, so I gotta be strategic. I'm thinking the buffet.
Alright, I think it's only appropriate that we're hiding ducks this morning because look, I'm wearing a Snuggly Duckling t-shirt and we're hiding ducklings. I'm on theme today. Let's see if anyone finds that one. That's a good hiding spot. Alright, last hiding spot for me. I'm going by the trusty ATM. Boom.
No wonder they couldn't dock. We're walking up here on deck 16 heading to the jammer, and like the tailwind is ridiculous. It's literally pushing us. Hey! What's up?
Alright, so I went to get an omelet, and on Carnival they just like line you up and serve you as you go. Here in Royal Caribbean at the Windjammer, you just order it, and then they give you a buzzer. So it avoids any like super long lines at the buffet. Really, really smart. So I can go back to my seat, wait till this buzzes, and then go get my omelet.
Chris and I always have this debate. This here, we call it a hash brown, but it's not really a hash brown. This is a potato cake, right? Versus the kind that's like griddled, and it, you know, you like add ketchup or not on top. Typically you find it at like IHOP or Waffle House and stuff like that. Like, to me, that is what I've always associated with hash brown. But when they're in disc form, it's a potato cake, right? Potato pancake. It's deep fried.
It's not like a pancake, but I guess hash brown is just like the cooking method, the browning of it, but it's not like hashed up, it's not cut up. But it kind of is on the inside. So I don't know. I think we just associate the little fried potato patties with hash browns because McDonald's started it, right? Their hash browns are just one piece. Either way, they're good.
Either way, they're good because they are elite on like every cruise. The only thing I'll say is if this is a hash brown, then a tater tot is a hash brown. So I think my point is made. Yo, I gotta say, I don't know if it's because we missed our port and they were trying to make it up to us. Chris and I don't normally eat breakfast, and so I don't have a lot of context, but that breakfast was good. Like, everything was good. All of the baked goods. The pancake was so flavorful. You could taste the vanilla.
Just real talk, it was a buffet omelet, so they kind of all taste the same. Nothing special, but it was good, it was fresh, and I'm happy. Oh my god, it's so loud in here. So because the solarium is open and it's so windy today, I don't know if y'all can hear that. It is loud in here. Not very relaxing, but I think Abed's gonna hide his last duck in the solarium because you know what? Adults need to have fun too, all right? Not just the kids. So let's hide one for the adults, right, Abed?
I love that. This chair is rated E for everyone. No reserved seating. Thank you, Royal, for doing that. I know other cruise lines are doing that. Let's normalize not reserving seating, especially the deck chairs. You know, if you're out here, grab a chair. Once you leave, take your stuff and leave. But those that reserve deck chairs, like, we just need to normalize that. Like, stop it. And look, I get it. If you go to the bar or whatever, that's fine. But when you get up in the morning and you put your stuff, and then just because you want something in the afternoon, like, that's not fair. That's not cool. All right, y'all, if you find any of our ducks, please tag us on Instagram. We'd love to see those pictures. It is so windy. Hopefully it doesn't fly away. All right, I found a great hiding spot. There's this little sculpture thing. Kind of blends with it. It's sort of camouflage. Not really. The thing is green and it's blue. But anyways. Just like that, that is the last duck for this cruise. So again, if y'all find it, let us know. Take some pictures. Put it in the Facebook group. All right, Chris, I'm about to lose this hat, and this is our merch, so I'm not losing it. Gay, 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 gay.
That's you.
Gay, 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 gay.
That's you. It's so busy up top, and down here, there's like nobody down here on the promenade.
All right, decided to just take a walk out here on the aft on the walking track. Still, I swear it's the best view on the entire ship. If you want views, you come down to the walking track. You are going to have a great time. You know, we're making the best of it. Chris and I aren't necessarily too upset about it because we were gonna just honestly kind of just bop around the port and then just get back on the ship anyway. So it's kind of a ship day for us. And since our favorite days are sea days, like, it works out for us. But I do feel bad for those that had excursions and had things planned. Of course, if you booked your excursion through Royal, they'll like refund you. And you know, a lot of places nowadays have like refund policies and stuff like that if you did like book your own excursion, but sometimes they don't. But hey, that's the thing about cruising. You know, you're at sea, so weather plays a factor. It's no different than, I guess, flying or any other form of transportation. So the question is, what are we gonna do with our day? We were really just gonna like hit the hot tub, maybe even do the slides today. We're just not sure what's gonna be open now. Royal did a great job of updating the app, so there's a ton of activities. They've already changed it to a sea day. So there's already like a lot to do. We might hit up some trivia at 10 a.m. We just kind of need to ease into the day. Not that it threw us off, but you know, we usually have a plan for each day. And well, we have to adjust it just like everybody else, so we'll figure it out. There's nothing upsetting about this. Like, we're still on an amazing cruise ship. We're here with friends. We're just gonna have just the best day. And like I said, our favorite days are the sea days, so now it's just a matter of, can we find smooth water? Will the water slides be open? Like, what's gonna be open today? Even if they're not, we still have like 2 more days to do all that stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna go find Chris. All right, for those of you coming on Harmony of the Seas, if you're using the elevators, I don't know if this is always the case, but for our sailing, the aft elevators, the ones near boardwalk, or I guess the boardwalk side, are just almost impossible to get. I don't know if there's just more rooms on this side. I don't know why. Maybe this side is just busier. But if you go to the other side, you can get an elevator. So that's okay. Luckily, I had all those donuts and stuff during breakfast, and now I'm just working it off.
Oh, look at all the white caps out there. And it is windy AF outside today. No wonder we weren't able to port at Costa Maya. It's crazy. People are losing their towels. It's nuts. But hey, we're going to make the best of today. The water slides aren't open yet. Hopefully we get to some calmer waters and less wind. We can go do those today because then I really want to ride some slides. Oh my God.
Well, let's go that way.
I want the wind in my back. It's so windy up here, Jesus.
Y'all, this is probably the most wind. I don't even know if the audio is gonna come out. But this is like the most, oh my God,
It's so windy.
oh,
Holy cow.
this is crazy. I've never experienced wind like that. Have you? Oh, that whole section is closed off.
Yeah, this is insane. It's so windy up here. Kind of makes me wonder, like, you gotta watch your step out here.
Yeah, you really do. Okay. We gotta find some shelter. Okay, it's calmed down. I don't know if it was just like that created a wind tunnel over there on that bridge.
Okay, so since we weren't able to get off the ship today at Costa Maya, we were gonna go around and maybe grab a few margaritas and get some Mexican food and just pop around the port a little bit. We're obviously not able to do that, but we decided to do a little margarita tour on the ship anyway, so we're here at Valero's, stop number 1, grabbed a margarita with salt, even though I asked for no salt, but that's fine. No worries, you can't have a margarita without salt, I guess. On the rocks, which is the preferred way to get it. Cheers. It's a lot of mix, and it's a little bit sweet, but not a bad margarita. I'd probably give it like 3.5 out of 5. It's a good first stop. It's a good first margarita, I'll say that.
Ooh, yeah, I agree with Chris. There's almost like no tequila in this, but like he said, we were supposed to be drinking margaritas, grabbing some chips and salsa, touring the port, all that stuff. So we're making the best of it. That's what you do. It's margarita crawl time. All right, y'all. I promise it's not the margarita. We've just had one, but the waves right now, I mean, there's a reason why we couldn't dock. Like, the ship is a rockin', and this is a massive Oasis class ship. Oh my God. So to be feeling it on a ship this size, like, that's a big deal.
We're stumbling all over the place on the promenade out here. Dang. Yeah.
You sure you're not drunk?
Not yet. After one, that'd be sad.
All right, we're gonna go see where else we're doing this last minute margarita. Okay, margarita tour, and I'm not faking this, y'all. I promise you. But I don't know that there's that many places that have margaritas. We're gonna find out. We're gonna go check out the Bionic Bar.
Hopefully they have margaritas in like the predetermined drink list.
The Bionic Bar has like so many drinks. We had to use the search function to find margaritas. They have actually quite a bit. There's like there's peach and melon and just a regular classic margarita. I went with, what did I go? I went with melon. Chris went with the classic. And we started them at the same time, so it'll be interesting to see if they get made at the same time. That'd be kind of cool, but time will tell. We're queued up.
You know, we weren't too impressed with the Bolero's margaritas. Maybe a robot makes a better one. So we're over here at the Bionic Bar, and I just got the classic Bionic margarita. Let's taste it and see what it tastes like. Much better. Way less sweet. You can taste the tequila. The ratios are perfect because it's roboticized. This is a much better margarita. 4 out of 5 for this.
And so we started them at the same time. Y'all can see that, right? Chris and I coordinated. Of course, Chris got his drink first because the one on the left is more efficient, I think. No, I'm fine. I swear, it's the ship, not me. I got the melon margarita. Take a look at this. Royal doesn't do garnishes really well. I don't expect the robot to do well. Look, this isn't shade. We're not trying to compare and cause a scene or anything, but like, the olives, for example, are just really bad here. Anyway, margarita time. Stop number 2. No. I'd much rather have the Boleros one, which I don't remember the rating. I think I gave that a 2 out of 5. This is a 1 out of 5. Do not get the melon margarita. This is not good. Chris, you will try this. I know you're giving me a look like, oh, you're exaggerating. This is not good. Luckily, I don't have to worry about a drink maximum or anything today, so I don't know that I'll be finishing this. You know, melon can sometimes, you know how with fruit, sometimes you can get a bitter one? I don't know how you could do that when it's just like syrup and sugar, but it kind of tastes bad. It tastes old.
I'm intrigued. Also, Abed, you got 2 cups? What's going on there? The robot didn't know how to separate the cups out? Yes. Let's taste it. No, ew. I'm not a big melon fan. Is that like Midori? Yeah. Ew. Ew. No. Bad robot. This is not a good one. The Bionic Margarita is a skip for the melon kind. Get the normal kind, the original.
So not only did you get your drink faster, it's better. So I guess you're 2 for 2. Congratulations, Chris. But I'm going to beat you on the 3rd stop. So sorry. We found our next margarita. Ooh, Chris, do you think there's one down there?
Oh, maybe.
But I bet it's the same.
Yeah.
The thing is, they all share the same drinks. There's like really no signature bar on the ship. So it's hard to really tell, but they all kind of share the same menu.
I will say that about Royal as well, is like, the drinks aren't that great, at least on this ship. Icon had some pretty fun themed bars that had some fun cocktails, like the Ryan Bean and, you know, the place out in Surfside, the Lemon Drop. That had some really fun cocktails. Here on Harmony, all the cocktails are just kind of like, whatever. And like Abed said, there's not really like a signature bar that has like a super well-themed area, other than maybe the Bionic Bar, but I can see why they got rid of it in lieu of the Pesky Parrot. The Pesky Parrot is just such a better bar. So good. And I wish that the other bars lived up to that bar. But all that to say, the service has been fantastic at every bar we've been to. So shout out to the bartenders here on Harmony of the Seas.
Except for the Bionic Bar. We believe in humans, not robots.
All right, we're here at Sabor for our third stop on the Margarita Bar Crawl here on Harmony of the Seas. Since we couldn't get off at Costa Maya because of the wind. No, that's part of cruising. You have to adapt sometimes. And you know what? Part of cruising is being flexible. So we're rolling with the punches and we're rolling with the waves right now. Here at Sabor, I got one of their signature margaritas, the avocado margarita. And it looks very avocado-y. Let's see how it tastes. It's not as thick as the avocado margarita that you get at like Epcot in the Mexico Pavilion. And to be honest, the tequila flavor comes out a little bit more. The avocado is not super strong. It just adds a little bit of a creaminess to it. This is really good. I could like chug this. This is definitely a redo. This is a great, well-balanced margarita. A great way to finish off the Margarita Bar Crawl. I gotta give this a 4 out of 5. This is great.
I love some strawberries. I decided to go with the strawberry margarita. On the rocks, of course, not frozen. He was like, do you want a strawberry? I was like, no, that's fine. I don't need it. I don't need fruit. I'll just drink it. I mean, you are what you eat. Ooh. I don't know if these are the best margaritas in the world. All I know is they're the best margaritas on the ship because the other two were not great. I don't know. I wish they would put this strawberry margarita on the rest of the menus, but hey, whatever. If you have a Sabor, walk up to the margarita bar and get yourself a margarita. If that's your thing. It's hot. We're rolling with the ocean. You know, like Chris said, we're making the best of it, but this has really good strawberry flavor. Yeah, it's like an artificial syrup, but I'm enjoying this. Cheers, Chris. Yeah, I'm enjoying this a lot. And, you know, all these margaritas have just... Whoa, okay. We're moving. We're booking it. All these margaritas have just worked up an appetite. Yes, we're going back to the Jammer. You know, why not? We'll go where the winds take us, and the winds take us to the Jammer. Get it? Wind Jammer? Anyway, it's the margarita. If it's a good joke, it's because of Sabor. If it was a bad joke, because it was Bionic Bar, which, that was a terrible margarita. All right, waiting on an elevator. Chris, do you still like your margarita?
Yeah, it's very good. And I might have to go back to get another one after lunch. We'll find out. We'll see. Who knows?
All I know is I need some rice and raita right now. Hopefully it's on the menu upstairs. And then I also need a coconut cookie. Elevator cheers.
Elevator cheers.
Ah, here we are. Please dry off and cover up before dining.
Jammer.
Well, we've made it to the wind jammer. The winds have jammed us. Ooh, they're out dancing. I have not seen the Washi Washi.
Happy morning! Washi washi!
I love the moves.
On the side, don't forget the 100%.
Let's go.
Washi washer has taken back. Washi washi!
Yes, we've made it back to the buffet. The winds have jammed us to the wind jammer. And I'm finishing up this margarita. The other margarita, admittedly, I did not finish. Sorry. I like melon, but that was just nasty. All right, y'all. One of the best parts of the Windjammer is the Coconut Ranger cookies. Comment down below, like this video, subscribe. Sorry, that was just habit. The Coconut Ranger cookies are delightful, and I'm gonna go get me some of those. But first I need to get protein and fiber and, you know. Okay, look at the plate I got, y'all. Yes, we're at the Jammer. We're at the Windjammer. Look at that. You see this burger? I already know it's gonna be a 1 out of 5. Look, the one thing Royal does not do well is burgers. Period, end of story. But here, I'm gonna get on my soapbox for a second. Those of you coming to any buffet, especially on a cruise ship, here's what you gotta do. You grab the bun first. That's the start of the line. That's the direction you go. You grab your bun, then your meat, and then everything else. People were going the other way and then looking at me like I'm crazy. You need the bun first, and then you build from there. You're welcome. Look at this plate. Like I said, the burger is going to be a 1 out of 5. Even though I built it myself, let's try it. Wow, can't believe I'm gonna do this for a Royal Caribbean burger. Chris is gonna be shocked right now. I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5. Royal Caribbean will never get more than a 3 out of 5. The burgers are never more than 3 out of 5. Johnny Rockets though, those are good. Wow. And because I built it myself, this is really good. Chris, you wanna try my burger?
I don't know if I was just hungry or those 3 margaritas are hitting. This food is good. The Windjammer is actually good today. Got some Chinese food, sweet and sour pork, over white rice. Got a hot dog and a hamburger patty, some barbecue chicken. Kind of hitting the spot right now.
Yo, I'm full. I didn't even get to finish like all my food. But that's okay. I'm getting full, but I gotta get the Texas Ranger cookie. Coconut Ranger. You guys know, forgive me. Or just comment down below. They have other desserts on the menu, but we are here for the coconut cookies. Coconut Ranger. Caramel tres leches, cake, tropical pound cake, apricot almond pie. Yeah, I've already eaten one, and I'm on number 2. That dulce de leche pup was actually pretty good, but we're here for the Coconut Ranger cookies. What makes these so good? I don't know if there's a hint of cinnamon. I kind of taste it. It could just be in my head, but the chewiness, they're crispy, they're thin, but it's the chewiness. There's like a satisfaction in chewing it. Like coconut itself is a very chewy, thing. Lightly sweetened, they're not like overly sweet. They're just so delightful. Why do people like it other than me? Like for me, that's why I like it. That's why these are 5 out of 5. Chewy, crispy, crunchy, just delightful.
All right, so here at lunch they have a pasta bar. And did I just get butter noodles? I sure did, because I'm a little child and I eat like a little kid. But this is gonna slap. And I have a crispy Coke Zero to go with it. All right, here we go. Listen, sometimes all you need are some fresh butter noodles. You know what I'm saying?
So I ended up making my own pasta. Take a look at this. There's not much left. I probably should have showed you before. But here's the trick. If you want to know the best pasta, here's what you do. You go to the bread. You put a little bit of the confit garlic. This is like on the bread station, mind you, right? Like you're supposed to dip your Italian bread into it. Put 1 scoop of that on your plate. Then grab some of that herb oil that they have on there. Put 2 scoops of that. And then get some Parmesan that's also near the bread station. Then back at the table, you will need to S&P 500, right? Salt and pepper to taste. Everyone's different. Toss, 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 and I'm telling you right now, better than the pasta bar, better than anything you'll find. This is where the flavor's at.
All right, I tried some of Yvette's pasta. It was so garlicky, so buttery. It was delicious. Parmesan cheese was melted in there. It was amazing. So 5 out of 5 for that. But I have to say, I'm not creative like that. Good thing about it is, I'm just I'll grab whatever I see on the buffet and eat it as is. Abed goes around and Frankenstein's a dish made up of all these different ingredients that he finds in the most random spots in the buffet. And he has something that's 10 times better than what I could ever get. So, I don't have a creative mind like that. Luckily, Abed does, because then I get to reap the benefits and eat his delicious creations.
And might I say, if anyone from Royal is watching this, whoever was in charge on day 5 of the playlist in the Windjammer at lunch needs a raise. First, we walk in and it's Kelly Clarkson, okay? We got some Whitney, we left with Miley. That's a raise. That's a 10 out of 10. Oh my gosh, yo. There are so many white tips right now. It is definitely, I wouldn't call it choppy water, but we certainly are feeling it down below. And we're on the 11th deck, but wow. I mean, I think we said it already. Probably at an annoying, alarming rate. But yeah, we couldn't dock this morning because it was just so windy. 40-mile-an-hour winds. I don't think we mentioned that. But yeah, with the height of the ship, how large it is, I mean, it was just it was getting hit with waves, and there was just no way we were gonna dock at Costa Maya. Things seem to be semi-calm, but I'm about to turn the camera around. Just look at the ocean right now, and you will see the white tips, the white caps. I mean, it is as far as the eye can see. Yeah, we're so thankful to the crew this morning when we were gonna dock, the captain, like, thank you so much. You kept us safe. You made the right call, like we couldn't dock. I know it messes things up when you're on vacation, and a lot of people were upset, especially if like this was the one port they wanted. We all have that one port out of all the stops that we want to stop at. And not saying that, you know, whether you're in the minority of that or the majority, like it makes it any better. But, you know, everyone's looking forward to something on the cruise. Not gonna lie, I actually really do like Costa Maya. I like walking around, but I do like walking around there, but it's just like, it's okay. Cozumel, we actually have something planned, so we're really excited. That's tomorrow. But we're just really, again, just making the best of it. Lunch was great, breakfast was great, our margarita crawl, like we're just taking a moment to remember where we're at, how thankful we are. At the end of the day, these are first world problems, and we're just trying to have a good time. Okay, if you made it this far, you're probably shocked. I mean, I was on the balcony earlier, you saw it, but just look behind me. Look at that. We are so calm right now. Chris and I are able to walk essentially in a straight line. This is day and night.
Yeah, it is a stark difference from earlier today when it was like hurricane force winds up here. It was so windy they actually had to close the doors to the windjammer to come down on to deck 16. They weren't letting anybody in or out. So much calmer now. The seas are much calmer. We're gonna have a good night, y'all.
And look, do not judge us. Some of you in the comments are going to judge us. And that's fine. We understand. We put ourselves out there. It's gonna happen. But please don't. We're going to dinner at the Windjammer. We are having dinner at the Windjammer. Do not judge us. It is a Windjammer day. Despite the fact that we have the ultimate dining package, we, yes, are trying to get our money's worth. And we're gonna prove that we can, even with a day where we don't even use it, no lunch credit, no dinner, all buffet. One entire day of the cruise where we're not using it.
That's right, Windjammer day, baby. All gas, no brakes at the Windjammer. Let's go see what's for dinner.
So like we said, today, no specialty dining. That's right. This entire cruise, we've been talking about how much money have we made towards the specialty dining. Have we reached that $330 mark? Well, we're definitely not making headway today, but that's okay. To be honest, Chris and I, especially once we didn't make it to port today, we just wanted a chill day. When you're on vacation for essentially 7 days in a row, sometimes you just want to relax. You want to go to the pool. You don't need to be zip lining and doing all these crazy things like all day long, which that's fine if you do want that, but that's why we wanted to walk the port today and just kind of have a more relaxed day. I decided to get rice and yogurt, which is actually one of my favorites, and it was with the basmati rice and the raita from the Indian side of the menu. And then I also got from the Mexican night, I got quesadilla, and then I got the steak burrito. To be honest, the steak burrito is a must.
I agree with the bet. I got a whole mixture of things from the buffet as well. I didn't really have one theme on my plate. It was all over the place, but that's what buffets are for, right? So here at the Jammer tonight, I got the burrito too, but I got the chicken burrito, and I have to say, might be the highlight of the meal. It was so good. I was expecting nothing from it, but it had a lot of flavor, and it was actually a little spicy. The ingredients tasted fresh. Definitely a must get if you're here on the Jammer on Mexican night. At the end of the day, it gets the job done. It's quick, it's convenient, and Abed and I are ready to hit the ship and go do our next activity. We didn't have to spend 2 hours at dinner, which, you know, let's be real, isn't always necessarily the best thing, especially when you're just doing specialty dining night after night after night after night. Those long, drawn-out dinners can kind of get boring and old after a while, even if the food is really good. So, 2 thumbs up, honestly, for the Windjammer experience. We were able to get in, get our food, get out. It was okay. It wasn't like knock your socks off, but we had some good things, And now we're ready to continue our night on the ship. All right, we're here at 1776 or 1877, some historical date for the ice show in Studio B. These are always so much fun, and obviously the story never makes sense in these, so we'll see what this one is. Okay, so we just got out of 1887, A Journey Through Time, which is the ice show in Studio B here at Harmony of the Seas. Listen, we've seen 4 ice shows now, I think, in total on Royal Caribbean. And the theme throughout all 4 of them is, we don't know what the theme is. They all have like a story, but they're all just so unhinged and all over the place. But that's why I love them. They're so much fun. The performers are great. And the fact that they're doing all of these tricks on the ice, on a moving cruise ship, still blows my mind. It's so much fun. Even if the themes were all over the place in this show, still had a great time. Listen, it started out in 1800s Paris, and it was like old-timey France. They were at a wedding. It's kind of a love story and a travel through different eras. It's more of a love letter to Jules Verne because they do like From the Earth to the Moon and they go into outer space. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, there's a part with like Atlantis. And then there was Journey to the Center of the Earth with like a bunch of fire people. So I could kind of see the theme, but that doesn't matter. You're here for the music, you're here for the tricks, and it definitely delivered. It's so crazy that entertainment like this is on a cruise ship. Royal Caribbean crushed it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning from Cozumel. It is day 6 and we are docking right now. Honestly, we weren't sure just because of how windy it's been, but it is not quite sunrise yet, so it'll be cool to see the sun this morning. Gangway's down at 7:30. We're gonna stay on for a little bit. We won't get off until later, but I mean, just the view from back here, watching the captain bring in the ship and dock it, there's just nothing better. I couldn't see it really that well from up top, but I came down to the walk track and this is just spectacular. Great way to start the morning. Chris is still asleep. I kind of snuck out this morning, but I'm gonna wake him up soon because we gotta go get Starbucks and get our morning started. All right, I've made it back to the room. Let's see if Chris is up. If not, I'm gonna wake him. Oh, wakey, 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 wakey. Here to wake Chris up. Hey, you ready? What?
Hello?
Oh, pretending to be asleep?
I was asleep.
But all these lights are on.
You left them on when you left.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Gaslight.
Are we gonna go get coffee?
Well, of course we are, but now I gotta wait for you to get ready.
Let's go.
What?
I was dressed the whole time.
I knew it.
Let's go.
I knew it. Everything you see on YouTube is real.
That's right. Nothing fake here, folks.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Cozumel. We are the first ship into port. I wonder how many ships there are going to be because today's a Friday. I know the Jubilee was here yesterday. We should have a few more, though. This is our first time at the Royal Caribbean Pier. Normally, we're on a Carnival ship, so we actually dock over there, which is cool to see from a different perspective. But this whole port area is totally different. There's a Señor Frogs, there's some other shops. The pier is much smaller than the Carnival side, so a lot less walking, but we have a non-cruise sanctioned excursion for you, maybe a familiar one. We did a whole video on it. We're going to Nachicocam today, which is one of our favorite stops while we're here in Cozumel. It's one of our favorite beaches, so we'll take you along with us if you haven't seen it before. Definitely check out that video after you watch this one. But we love Cozumel, and just look at this water. It's some of our favorite water. So cerulean, so blue, beautiful. And I'm excited to just have an awesome beach day here on day 6 on Harmony of the Sea.
We're up early and we're a little hungry, so it's almost 7 a.m., which means the rocket is open.
The Johnny Rocket, that is.
What about Johnny's rocket?
Cheers! Morning coffee time. Is it sad when, by day 2, the baristas in Starbucks already knew our orders and our names? Maybe it's not sad. Maybe it's more impressive. Good on them. I wouldn't be able to remember the faces and names like that.
I don't think it's sad. I think it's cool. Chris, for some reason it says Johnny Rockets, but it's Johnny's Rocket, right?
You just want it to be Johnny's Rocket.
Guilty. Johnny's Rocket coming in clutch for breakfast.
Johnny Rockets. How many times do we have to have this convo?
I don't know. You tell me. Johnny's Rocket.
Fine. Call it whatever you want. It was really good though.
Meow, meow. Marco. 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 Marco.
Where were you?
I was playing a game.
Uh-huh. When you ran back to where I was?
Yeah. I'm not sure if I've experienced that before, but they were checking bags to see if you brought any food. Of course, we didn't bring any food, but I don't know that that's ever happened to me when I've come to Cozumel. Is this a new thing for you cruisers out there? Like, is this new? All right, we found the taxi. It was a short walk through this port. Like, to be honest, it's not as big as the other side, so it was a quick walk. Just follow the signs for taxi. But yeah, we've made it. We're a group of 11, so we'll probably have to split up into 2 cabs, but luckily for us, Nachi's not that far, so let's just get there, get in the water. Am I right? All right. I have gotten settled in. It is pool time. It is swim up bar time. It's fun time. We're having fun. I'm gonna leave my shoes right there. Oh. It's as cold as I remember. We were here around this time back in April. No, I was here in August. But anyway, the pool is fantastic. To be honest, this feels great because it's a warm day. It's like 80 something degrees, mid 80s here in Cozumel. But I got to get me a drink. I was in the bathroom. Chris was supposed to order me a bottle of water. He forgot. That's okay because now I get to go to the swim up bar and get whatever I want. Them's the rules. I was going to be a good boy and hydrate, but I didn't get my water. So rules say, Cozumel rules say, you didn't get your water. Well, that means tequila. Yes, this is exactly what the doctor ordered. Like I said, I was gonna be a good boy, but cheers, y'all. Well, look who I found. Hey. Cheers.
Cheers. I told you I was gonna get a soul.
Hold on, the birthday boy. Y'all, this is Trevor. This is his birthday today. Cheers. Cheers. Bring it in. Yeah. Right? How's that soul?
It's delicious.
Now, I think you told everyone watching that you were going to have 20 of those.
20. Yep, that's right. 20 beers.
They're on the record. Am I wrong?
Yes, I have to have 40.
It's going down.
Right.
One for every year. That's right.
So what number is this?
This is number 2.
Number...
Food till 10:30 in the morning.
All right, more and more folks are coming into the pool. I'm on drink number 2, margarita. And let me just say this. Not quite on an empty stomach. Y'all saw that we had Johnny Rocket. Sorry, Freudian slip, Johnny's Rocket. We had Johnny's Rocket for breakfast. Now, I'm on margarita number 3. Should I get something else?
No.
Let's ask the judges. No. This is just so good.
All right, to bed. What a beautiful setting. The beach is behind you. It's nice and sunny. What are we doing here now?
Well, we got ourselves some water because hydration is important. Look, y'all, we just decided we're gonna get some food. We ordered a bunch of stuff for ourselves. So you get an app. Well, y'all, you know what? You're gonna have to watch our other video to get. No, I'm just kidding. But if you want more details, again, watch that. But no, we ordered a bunch of food: appetizer, super salad, main course or entree, and dessert, all included. So, yeah, that's what we're doing.
And one thing I'll say about Nachi Cocom is the water is sometimes really clear, sometimes it's a little cloudy. Kind of depends on the currents and things like that. Right now, it looks really nice. There's some seaweed on the beach, which is not a huge deal. But Abed and I aren't really beach boys. We're more pool boys. And the pool here at Nachi is so nice. Also, it's nice and quiet here. It's just like chill, right? There's no loud music. It's not like a party atmosphere. It's just nice and chill. It's not crowded at all. Service has been great. So, yeah, what it lacks in like beach clarity and clear water sometimes, it more than makes up for in service and you feel like you have your run of this place because it's not super crowded.
This has just been such an amazing afternoon. We're not done. We're heading back to the pool. One last pool run. Just having some fun, but we'll catch up once we get back to the port. All right, we've made it back to the port. What an amazing day at Nachikokum. We had a blast, but now we've got so much more fun left on this birthday day. We're here to celebrate a birthday, of course, and there's still so much left tonight. We still have a whole sea day tomorrow, but Cozumel never disappoints. I don't think I've had a bad excursion or like port day here, honestly. Even when we've been here in like December and it's cold, just walking around the port is just fantastic. Now, we don't have time to really explore this port too much. It is the first time we've ever docked here, but we're just itching to get back on the ship because we have dinner in like 3.5 hours. So we gotta go get showered up and changed, but we'll take you along. Tonight, we're having yamies.
I agree with the bed. You know, Cozumel is one of our favorite ports to stop at. We've stopped here so many times. We've done essentially everything that there is to do here, but we still love it so much. Doesn't get tired. And, you know, anybody that says that Cozumel is boring and they just want to skip the port, you're not doing the right stuff. There's so many fun things to do here. So get out, explore, go eat some tacos, get some margaritas, enjoy the sun. You're in Cozumel on vacation. Come on.
Okay, we are back on board. Right next to me is the NCL Getaway, the Norwegian Getaway. I think that's what it's called. But we had a fantastic time. Tonight, we are celebrating our friend Trevor's birthday. It's a big one. Chris and I turned 40 this year as well. It's kind of like this big celebration. We're here to celebrate him, but in a way, we didn't take, quote, a big trip. There's always this pressure. Comment down below if you feel the same way, where like big milestones, especially birthdays, you have to like go all out. What are you gonna do? And everyone's always asking, well, what are you gonna do before you're turning 40? And we're like, well, we just got back from Japan. That was a massive trip. And because of our side job, you know, this little hobby, it's not, you know, we travel so much that who's to say that we really need a big one, because we're always out and about. Even though sometimes it does feel like work, admittedly. A lot of travel content creators will not admit that, but not us. Sometimes it does feel like work, and sometimes it is work. That's why it feels that way. And it can take away some of the luster and fun, especially in cities like Las Vegas. We love going to Vegas. But anyway, back on board. A lot of people are still on here. They didn't really get off, which is a shame, but I get it. You know, Cozumel's not for everybody. Maybe you just want to ship to yourself, and you'll certainly get that. But I'm just kind of wandering around. Chris is getting ready for tonight. We're going to Jamie's Italian. And I'm thinking I might want a beverage.
All right, so Ben and I were wondering why there isn't an El Loco Fresh on here, and we figured it's probably because there's a Sabor. Back on deck 15 aft by the sports deck and the Flow Riders, there's Mini Bites. And so we saw that on the app and we're like, oh, Mini Bites, it's probably whatever, like grab and go. We didn't really think much of it until today when we came back here and actually looked at it. Y'all, it's essentially El Loco Fresh. It's literally the same thing as El Loco Fresh, just named Mini Bites. So I wonder if they're going to rebrand it whenever they do the makeover of Harmony of the Seas. Take Sabor out, put in Playmakers, and then take Wonderland out. I wonder if they're going to rebrand this as El Loco Fresh. Keep an eye out. I bet they will. But look, I got some tacos. I know we're about to eat, but I wanted to at least try them, and I'm sure Bed's going to take a bite too. I got chicken and steak. They have all your toppings, got some salsa, sour cream cheese. They have pico, they have lettuce, red onion. You can make a bowl, you can make tacos, you can make nachos. They have quesadillas. It's El Loco Fresh. So I'm excited because I really do like El Loco Fresh. And man, it took us till day 6 to find this on the ship. What the heck? All right, let's taste it. That's El Loco Fresh. Yep, it's the same food. That's so funny. It's just called Mini Bites. Now you know, if you're on Harmony of the Seas, Deck 15 aft, Mini Bites is where you'll find the El Loco Fresh dupe.
I want y'all to know that I'm in my country air. What do we think, huh? Fit check. I don't think it's very country. It's probably, what would you call this?
I would call it like Midwestern Minnesota dad. Like flannel.
You know what? I don't mind that at all. Maybe we need to go visit up there. I don't think I've ever been up there.
All right, we made it here for the birthday dinner for Trevor at Jamie's Italian. We're gonna eat a big Italian feast. We're gonna show you what we got. We're not gonna vlog too much because we wanna enjoy the company and celebrate our friend, but we'll definitely show you our food and let you know what we thought. We've been here before and we really like Jamie's Italian. So glad that there's a Jamie's on this ship and not a Giovanni's, because if you know, you know. Jamie's is better than Giovanni's, am I right?
Our only experience with Jamie's was on Navigator of the Seas, which was a much smaller ship. This looks like a much bigger blueprint. Of course, it's an Oasis class ship. So it'll be interesting to see. I don't think that the menu is going to be too different, but like I said, we'll take you along. We'll show you everything that we get and give you our final thoughts at the end. Located in the Central Park neighborhood on Harmony of the Seas is celebrity chef Jamie Oliver's restaurant, Jamie's Italian. This is one of the few Jamie's Italian specialty restaurants left on a Royal Caribbean ship. Most new ships from Oasis to Icon class have moved to Giovanni and away from Jamie's. We were a large group and this location is massive with plenty of seating. The restaurant is well appointed, bright, colorful, and filled with cookbooks and other Jamie fare. Throughout this cruise series, we've kept track of the true cost of the Royal Dining Package. We paid $632.44 and so far have received $539.96 in value. That's after 5 days. Jamie's Italian is $40 per person for dinner and allows you to order an appetizer, pasta, main dish, plus a dessert. We enjoyed everything we ordered but highly recommend Jamie's Meat Plank, which is full of meats and cheeses mild enough for even the pickiest eaters. The truffle arancini and burrata are amazing. The pasta and mains were unoffensive and plentiful to share. You're not gonna go hungry here. But do not, I repeat, do not skip the dessert. The rich chocolate brownie, which comes with caramel gelato and caramel popcorn, was a great balance between fudgy and cakey brownie, and wasn't cold before being served, which means it was soft and delicious. So updating the dining package tracker, we've received $619.96 in value from the dining package. We need $12.48 to break even after day 6. We have one more day on Harmony. We'll see if we can break even or reduce the cost of the dining package. Good morning. It is day 7 and the last day at sea. I cannot believe it is the last day here on Harmony of the Seas. We've just had such an amazing cruise, but we have so much today. Sea days, you got to get everything in, everything that you've wanted to do, maybe redo some other activities that you love, and we're going to do it. Today's recess is going to be just jam-packed, so fun, and it's starting out perfect with probably one of the best and most beautiful sunrises I've seen in a long time. I mean, y'all just take a look at this. Oh, looky. I think I see someone who got up. Look who's matching with his Harmony of the Seas green shirt and his Crocs, huh? Oh, look at that.
Morning. How's it going?
It's going great. This is one of the most beautiful sunrises I've seen.
Look, the ocean's so calm today and it's not windy. I'm not being blown over by hurricane force winds up here. This is nice. And it's so quiet up here too. Is there anything better than early mornings on a cruise ship while you watch the sunrise and nobody's awake yet? It's just so calm. I love it. I'm gonna miss this. This is why we come cruising, you know? The ships are all fun. All the bells and whistles are all fun, but at the end of the day, it's just about this view, am I right?
Well, to start off our day, y'all know it. It's gonna happen.
You already know what time it is. It's time for the bucks.
Yes, we could get it for free if we go to Cafe Promenade, but it's not the same. At least that's what we tell ourselves.
It's really not the same. Because this is Starbucks and the other is Starbucks at Cafe Promenade. It's different.
Ooh, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, breakfast of champions. Yes, I probably should get some protein and some carbs and whatever, but we'll get that. But we have a really fun activity. We're actually gonna go to it right now. You're gonna see it. And we're actually really excited about this.
It's early morning and there's nothing that wakes you up faster than an early morning flow rider session, am I right? So behind me is one of the 2 flow riders here on Harmony of the Seas, and they're actually having a private session right now for a couple surfers that are killing it, way better than us. One of them is our friend, so we're gonna interview him in a little bit. But yeah, if you didn't know, you can actually rent this out for private parties. So I don't know how much it costs. We'll get more info inside. But if you have a group, if you're like scared to do this in front of other people, Royal Caribbean actually offers rentals, so you can like rent this out for an hour and just have it to yourself, which is really cool. Now, it will be earlier on in the morning when it's less busy, but if you're cool with that, then you can have a flow rider all to yourself or for your own little group, which is a really, really cool option here on Harmony of the Seas, and I think on any Royal Caribbean ship that has a flow rider. But they're crushing it in there. Let's go check it out. All right, we're here with the stars of the show, Joey and Kat. They were absolutely crushing it out there on the flow rider. They were killing it. They're obviously professionals. They do this for a living, I'm sure, right? No. No, they actually got a private session on the flow rider. And yeah, if you guys want to like just talk a little bit about your experience, did you think it was worth it? How long did you get it for? And how much did it cost you guys?
Well, it's 100% worth it, because if you don't rent it, you're waiting for about 45 minutes in line. It's an amazing experience. It's not much like surfing or snowboarding or anything you've probably done before, but it's super dope.
I'm Kat, I'm from North Idaho. I'm a snowboarder, so this helps, but I absolutely love to flowboard. It's my favorite thing to do when I'm on a ship. Food and flow, my two favorite things.
How long have you been doing it?
12 years.
12 years. Yeah, y'all are killing it.
Yeah, you guys crushed it. So you guys
She's a pro. This is my first time ever doing it. But yeah, she taught me a few things.
Yeah, you guys, like, you killed it for your first time, man. You wouldn't be able to tell at all.
You're always
Thank you.
rocking it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So did you guys get that for like an hour? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? We just met yesterday. We're new buds.
All right.
Yes,
Heck yeah. See,
I might come snowboard with you in Idaho.
Yeah.
Let's go.
that's right. So the Flow Rider, bringing people together on the cruise. That's what it's all about. And we're going to drop their Instagram handles. Make sure to go give them a follow. They're awesome. And yeah, it's so nice meeting you, Kat. And Joey, you killed it as always, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta say, watching Joey and Kat go at it, like I know Joey's a surfer, and he said it's a lot different to do this, which I can imagine. Like I've never done either, you know, flow rider or surfing, but Kat snowboarding, like, has been doing this for so long. Like, just watching people in their element, just so happy. Like, yes, we're adults and we're at sea, and you know, there are a lot of games out here, and a lot of it is for children too, but also for adults. And that's the beauty of cruising. There's something for everyone, but to see the joy on everyone's face, like when the session ended, they were like, oh, like they just had a blast. And that's the kind of energy, I don't know, that's the kind of love and light that just makes everything so great. That put a smile on my face. But yeah, watching them do all their tricks and watching Joey's progression too. Like, he's been doing this since I think the first day of the cruise, and this was new for him, but like, he's doing tricks and he's doing all this stuff. Like, way to go, guys. Way to go. And I'm envious. I might have to try this either today or maybe another cruise. I don't know if I've worked up the courage yet. It's definitely on my revenge list for sure. But I don't know, it inspired me. Guys are playing the Fast and Furious soundtrack right now. It's great. No, they're also doing essentially kind of like showtime in the morning. We just want to take a moment and thank all of the crew, all of the people that fed us. We're having an amazing breakfast here at the Jammer this morning. We're hungry. It's our last day at sea. We just wanted to kind of grab something really quick. They're playing the jams, and all of the chefs and the servers, everyone is kind of walking as a parade throughout the Windjammer. And again, we just want to say thank you. Y'all gotta thank those that have been serving you. We haven't had to cook or clean all week, and it's been amazing. When I go back to land, I have to take care of myself, and I don't like that. But anyway, wanted to take a moment and just say thank you to the crew. Breakfast was really good. I gotta say, one of the hardest days is the last day at sea, but we have so much to talk about, and I think it's time that we talk about the suites, specifically the junior suite experience. And now that we've been in it for an entire week, we have some thoughts.
There are definitely things that we enjoyed about this room, but it's not all sunshines and rainbows. There's some things that we kind of had questions about and didn't really enjoy. So, you know what? Do we start with the good or the bad? Let's start with the good. We always like to start on a good note.
So like we said back on day one, we won our Royal Up bid, which got us upgraded to the Junior Suite. The Junior Suite is spacious and approximately 100 square feet larger than a standard balcony cabin. The balcony itself is also bigger. The bed was super comfortable and we had plenty of pillows, but a standard royal bed. The Junior Suite is a suite by name only.
But yeah, space, definitely a big plus. Included in that space is a huge walk-in closet. Now that came in so clutch. Ben and I were able to unpack our stuff, hang up the stuff that we needed to hang up, and there's plenty of shelving for us to put all of our clothes in and keep them organized. All of you cruisers know that on the 7th day of your cruise, stuff is probably strewn all over your room. That closet has come in clutch. Now let's talk about what we didn't enjoy about the room. And that's less about the room itself and more about the perks that you get with the Junior Suite.
But it does come with priority boarding, upgraded bathroom amenities, which was nice, evening turn-down service, and double Crown and Anchor points. If you stay in a suite, you get double points. Now for the downside. The Junior Suite does not get you access to the suite lounge or coastal kitchen.
Unfortunately, as you just saw, our card for the Junior Suite does not work for that. However, there's a caveat to Coastal Kitchen. If there's availability for reservations, Junior Suites can make reservations for Coastal Kitchen, but there has to be room. And like you saw, we don't have ready access into the lounge, so you actually have to let them know, or someone has to come get you and let you in, which is kind of humiliating, but whatever, it is what it is. So our badge actually does not work to get into the suite deck. We're not as high of a classification as you need. I think you need like a Sky, Pinnacle, or Star class suite, and we are in a Junior Suite, so we're not able to access the suite deck, unfortunately.
But one perk really surprised us. We didn't have to scan to get our towels. I guess they trust suite guests more than regular guests. That aside, the room is great, very spacious, especially for 7 nights. I would actually really recommend this for families, because I'd say if you have 3 or 4 people, you're gonna be really comfortable in this room, because of just that added room, and that balcony is fabulous. For those of you out there that have breakfast or you just like to lounge out on your balcony, having that extra space actually is really nice. At the end of the day, you decide for yourself based off your budget, based off your needs, based off your group and trip. No, it is not. Notice you didn't get mad. All right, y'all. We are going to do something else because there's no gaslighting here.
That is gaslighting me, y'all.
I would never do that.
You're crazy.
Okay. So we've decided, since I can't do the slide right now, it turns out for some reason one of the slides is down. They're only running one half.
I bet somebody pooped on it or something.
Yeah, it's probably code brown for the slide, but...
Alright, lunch at Azumi was great, as always. My one takeaway, though, is we've given the chocolate lava cake so many chances here. I got it again, and this time there was no lava element to the cake whatsoever. It was just a cake. And at that, it was like, not even cakey, it was like a fudgy cake. It had a weird consistency, no lava, like nothing was melted inside. The chocolate tasted really bitter, and the caramel was like super salty. So it wasn't a good dessert. And it's just like such an inconsistent dessert. We've had it where it's been okay. We've had it where it's been terrible. We've had it where it's been like borderline good. I think we've had one that was maybe good, but that's not great odds when we've had, 4 or 5 of them. So it is what it is. I'll just get a bed sesame balls next time because those actually were really delicious.
And we've said this in a different video, but we really want to be clear that the service is 10 out of 10. When it comes to the Ultimate Dining Package, we've been tracking it throughout the cruise and posting it on the screen for you. As you can see, there's a lot of value in this. Now, we still have one more meal tonight, and we will know for sure whether or not we've reduced the cost of the ultimate dining package, or are we ahead? By our calculation, Izumi is essentially free, but we don't think that way. We think about just reducing that cost even more, cost per meal. So if you're interested to see what that experience is like, we've been doing it all 7 days in all episodes of Harmony of the Seas here on Random Recess. So at this point, Izumi has reduced the cost even further. So as you can see on the screen, I don't know. So far, the Ultimate Dining Package is kind of a value, but we'll have some opinions on it after we get through dinner.
All right, the time has finally come. We've been wanting to do this for the whole cruise and we just haven't had a chance to, but we're finally gonna get to go down the water slides. Here on Harmony of the Seas, they have 2 racer slides, then they have the toilet bowl, which I think they call the perfect storm. We're gonna try to do all of them, because why not? The lines aren't that long, so let's go get wet. Got me getting stuck like twice in there. That was funny. Definitely got stuck in the slide, but we made it. All right, so we just finished the perfect storm, which has to be the best slide on the whole ship. It's the toilet bowl, as everyone affectionately calls it. So much fun. You get spit out into the toilet bowl, you go around. Some people go around like 2 or 3 times. I only went around like 1 time, and then you have to like scoot yourself to the middle. But it's a lot of fun. The fastest slide on the ship. I was so jealous when Abed got to do it on Utopia and I didn't do it. So I'm glad I got to do it on Harmony. That was so much fun.
We are on the Rising Tides bar. Y'all have seen this before, but we wanted to kind of just take a moment. We just finished a little dinner and we just wanted to grab some cocktails, just kind of slowly rise.
All right, we just took off and we're almost halfway to the schooner bar on deck 6. Rising Tides is a slow and steady pace, and that always wins the race. And it goes all the way up into Central Park, so I think it takes like 8 minutes to get up there or something like that. It's a nice leisurely ride, enjoying the sights and the sounds of the Royal Promenade. This is a fun experience. I know this isn't on every ship just because it does take up a lot of space. So I'm glad that it's on Harmony of the Seas and we get to experience it.
We are close to our final destination, Central Park on deck 8. Just like that, we are in Central Park like we said, and we're gonna ride it back down, so I'm getting back on. But just wanted to show you all that it really does go to Central Park. The music is blaring, there's a giant American flag like in the promenade, and there's a little jazz going on. We're on our way back down. We left Central Park and we're just having a nice quiet evening, y'all. What can we say about Harmony of the Seas? This 7-night Western Caribbean cruise was fabulous. The memories we made on this cruise will live with us forever, and getting to celebrate a milestone with our friends and family was so special. We definitely would sail Harmony of the Seas again. We hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe with the notification bell turned on so you never miss a recess. Join our YouTube membership for extra content and perks. We want to thank our members for their continued support of this channel. Things can be difficult sometimes, but do what you can and remember to live life one recess at a time.